Four, three, two, one.
I'm too old for this shit.
Hello, welcome to the Electronic Eggs Capsule podcast. We're looking at the years of 1986, 96, 2006 and 2016, going through it monthly through TV, movies, video games, music and UK news that happened in each of those months. Joining me as usual on these ones is Paul.
Hello, good to be here as we now enter the 60s, really, isn't it?
We
yeah,
are, we're in the
yeah.
last 4 years of the 80s. And
Yeah.
and the 90s. So we are, time is catching up on us.
No, I know, there we
Very.
go. But now this is time in seeing we're starting from 1986. This is where I properly started getting into games, because I'd like a couple of mates who had like a Spectrum and a couple who still had an Atari 2600. So it was slowly starting to, get me interested a little bit,
We had a Spectrum, I think, in 85.
Yeah.
And so I was playing a lot of Spectrum games in 86. So yeah, that's my gaming. But I did play on an American NES in 1986 at a friend's house for his birthday party.
That's not
I
bad
remember.
at all, is it?
Yeah, I do remember that. But he was American, so that's probably why he had a NES. So yeah, it was quite cool. That's where I played Super Mario Brothers for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. We're about to hit a load of really big NES anniversaries as well this year.
But
with
not in
like
the UK.
Zelda and Castlevania. No, I know, not in the UK yet. We're a while off yet,
Yeah.
definitely.
So we won't be talking about on this one, but on the other Eggs podcast, we will probably touch on a lot of those anniversaries this year, as we have said. But yes, the 1986, I was 6 going into that year. Became 7 during the year, like yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, what was I heavily into in 1986? I think I was heavily into probably still Star Wars at that point. I don't think Star Wars and Transformers were my two things in 1986.
Yeah, because you still got Star Wars toys knocking around. I mean, for myself, it was Mask. I started getting in
Mask was another one.
1986.
Yeah, that was
I think it was towards
yeah.
the end of the year for me because it'll have been like around my birthday and things. But, I remember like, the Mask comic and the toys and things like that. And I've watched like YouTube documentaries on the Mask toys. And even though it only really lasted for a few years, like by 1990, they were done, more or less. So yeah, Mask was a big thing. And then, I don't know, still Lego as well, because I used to have the, I think we talked about this before, but I used to have the Castle Lego sets, the medieval ones and everything. So that was a big thing for me, Yeah.
I was in, it would have been in 1984, 5. 84, 85, I was in do you remember they used to have a Lego Fun Club blue newsletter, like not newsletter, like little magazine thing?
Yes, yeah.
So I was in an issue of that for creating without, because if you did your own creation without using any without using an actual design.
Yeah.
I made a windmill out
Nice.
of just my random pieces of Lego, and I had them all like color coordinated so it looked like a real thing. And I did and I managed to get like a little turner for the wheel, for the windmill as well, or for the blades, I guess they're called. And my mum sent in a picture of that to the thing with me holding it, and I was in one of the issues that came through the post, which is pretty cool. And I got sent a rare Lego figure at the time, which was the captain of British Airways plane.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he was
they
wearing
made a
the
big deal,
scarecrow.
didn't they, of
Yeah.
of obviously history, because back then, this is obviously well before the likes of Lego Potter, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Mario, and everything like that. This is
Yeah.
can't say the dark days, because I loved me Castle Lego, and again, like you still got things like the drawbridge, operated with a winch and string. So obviously, I can
Yeah.
imagine how you'd done your windmill blades. But the other thing that I do remember, while we're on Lego, only for a sec, I remember getting like, it's like big Lego castle and things, and obviously all the pieces that you get would make this. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to. And again, I'm going back 40 years. They used to give you like another couple of examples of buildings and models that you could make. Like they
Yeah,
wouldn't be
they
say
did.
as
Yeah.
big. It was like a smaller model to go where like the pieces can also make this, for example.
Yeah, because
You
like the
know,
castle you could create into smaller castle, like smaller
yeah,
little
yeah,
towers and
yeah.
things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could make a turret and then maybe like you say, a small castle or something like that.
Yeah.
Little guardhouse and things. And yeah, I thought it was quite a cool thing, but I don't know if they still do it now because it's years ago since
Yeah,
I
the only
bought a
Lego I buy
series
now
of
is
Lego.
sort of, like the Lego Transformers stuff and
Mm,
that Mario and the Game Boy thing. That's
yeah.
pretty much it. For Lego for me now, just because it's so bloody expensive.
No, I know,
Yeah.
I do see it at
It's
HMV when we get sets in. But yeah, that's what I was playing in 1986. I think it's a nice way
okay.
to kick it off.
Yeah, I was just trying to think what else I was doing in '86. I think in '86, so my brother was born in '85, so I was a big brother at that point.
Mm,
He was born August, so yeah, I had a sibling who later would ruin all of my toys and things like that, which was good fun. It wasn't good fun at all, but yeah. So but there are some big anniversaries in '86 as well that we probably will cover. Like things like Outrun.
yeah,
We'll definitely
yeah.
be spoken about. That did get an arcade release in the UK in '86, so that will be spoken about. So that is exciting. So let's talk about
Excellent.
some movies, shall we?
Yes.
The greatest legend of all time.
It is not a fantasy, Mr. Quatermain.
About the greatest treasure known to man. Is about to be pursued by the boldest, most daring hero ever to seek the thrill of adventure. Richard Chamberlain is Alan Quatermain in King Solomon's Mines, joined by an unlikely soldier of fortune.
Surprise! Great reflexes, boys. The stick! Go back on the stick! I'm driving a car!
Their only hope in the hands of the enemy.
I will have only 2 words to say to you. Talk or die. That's 3 words.
I want to scream!
Following a mythical trail to the forbidden, impenetrable,
Get her out of here!
inescapable. King Solomon's Mines. Join Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone for the adventure of a lifetime.
I've got it!
King Solomon's Mines.
First up, we have King Solomon's Mine, which is based off of the novel by Henry Rider Haggard. And it starred Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone
Yes.
and John Rhys Davies as well, who again was not playing someone of his ethnic origin in this movie, as he's one to do. Yeah, he doesn't really play many Welshmen, does he? White
No.
Welshmen. No.
No.
No, he does not. And this won't be the first time he comes up, actually. This won't be the only time he comes up, actually, in this episode.
Oh, okay.
We'll be
Right. I'll
talking
look
about
out
it
for
in
that other one.
1996 as well, so look out for him.
Okay.
But yes, did you watch King Solomon's Mines?
I watched this years and years and years ago as a kid because it's like Alan Quatermain, is it?
Yes, it is.
So,
Alan
yeah.
Quatermain,
That's his the character's name. Because again, I'd seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I loved. So when I saw this sort of, adventure type film, I'm like, yeah, go on. Because again, around this time you get Jewel of the Nile, don't you?
Yeah, I
Michael
was just
Douglas
about
one.
to say that sort of, if you did it in sort of like video game parallels, right? You've got Indiana Jones, which is kind of like your Tomb Raider, and
Yeah.
then your Uncharted is your Jewel of the Nile style
Mhm.
adventure.
Mhm.
And King Solomon's Mines sort of falls somewhere in the middle, where it's kind of bland, to be honest. Even as a child, I didn't find it that exciting, and
I'd
I
watch
love
it again.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. I'd watch it again, but it's never going to have like the Spielberg touch, is it? And things like that, and obviously
No.
Harrison Ford. I know Richard Chamberlain was popular, for a time, but I think it's one of those, I look at it and go, I should give that another try. Did we do a second film? I'm sure we did.
Yes, the following year they filmed them back to back, sort
Right,
of
okay.
ahead of Back to the Future doing that, Back to the Future 2 and 3.
What did they call the other one?
It was called Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold, which I have never seen nor heard of until I was looking up this one.
No, I know. Well, it can't have done that well,
Well, it was meant to be a trilogy, so I don't think it did that well because they never did a third movie. So,
no. I think with that, I will try, because every time we do one of these episodes now, I'm trying to dip into one of the films I've not seen at all or not seen for a long time. So I said to you before we started recording, I watched Santa Claus with Dudley Moore from our December episode, and I really enjoyed it. And so I think King Solomon's Mine might be one that I just want to check out. But anyway, what else have we got?
I might try and check it out. And then see what it's like in the year 2026 in comparison to,
I'm sure it's great.
Indiana Jones. Which, so Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade, two movies that I cannot decide which is my favourite movie of all time.
I only say Raiders because of a couple of really set pieces,
Yeah, but the set pieces in Last Crusade are so good as well. But it's got the chemistry of Sean Connery and Harrison Ford playing the father and son is fantastic, especially considering their ages were very close at the time.
Oh yeah.
But it was just the fact that you saw a different Indiana Jones as well, in that he was kind of, when his dad was there, he was not as, he was still a heroic, but he wasn't as
he's not as confident and cocky.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not here for 1989.
We're not talking about that.
Yet.
We're not talking about that. Yeah. So let's move on to our next movie.
Today, the Soviet Union has officially entered professional boxing.
This is not just an exhibition fight. Look, this is us against them.
He would like to compete against anyone who is qualified.
Drago is the most perfectly trained athlete ever. Whatever he hits, he destroys. No! He could have stopped the fight. He could have saved his best friend's life.
I'll never forget you, Apollo.
But now, the one thing he can't do is walk away.
Has the fight date been set yet?
December 25th.
Where?
It's in Russia.
Are you nuts?
Miss Balboa, when will you be going to Russia?
I'm not going to Russia. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's had one professional fight, and one man is dead.
Tabibi, he's going to have to kill me.
Why can't you change your thinking?
Because I'm a fighter.
You can't win!
but I do.
Rocky 4.
Rocky 4. Now, this was the movie that got me into Rocky because obviously being 6 at this point, I was far too young to have watched the previous Rocky movies at this point.
Yeah.
So Rocky 4 was my entry point into Rocky, and I think I watched it when it was on VHS, probably, or Betamax, sorry, probably like a year later. And yeah, this was my first Rocky, and then I went back and watched the others afterwards. But yeah, such a great introduction to Rocky for me as a 7 or 8 year old, whatever I was when I watched it.
You're going in at the high point, really. Although some people say number 3's, more or less just good.
It is fantastic. Number 3 is absolutely brilliant. I really like I even like 5, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's a lot of hate.
But I'll talk about it in a minute.
The fight at the end with Tommy and Rocky is really good. The street fight.
Yeah, no, I know. I was expecting. It's funny. I'll just say it now because, I only watched the Rocky series because even though I'd seen little bits when I was a kid, I wasn't really bothered about the sports dramas as a kid. Yeah. So then, when we had the first lockdown in 2020, I think I picked up the Rocky set really, really cheap. Oh no! It was on TV, like on ITV4 or something. Each night another Rocky film, and I was like, right, I'm gonna finally watch them. All the way through. And I was like, these are really, really good. Telling a good story with character progression. And like you say, you see main characters die off as well in it as well. But I thought when I got to Rocky 5, you're like, oh God, this is going to be like one of the worst films ever. And I was like, no, actually, it's not too bad. It's not amazing, but it's watchable.
But anyway, Rocky 4 is what we're going to talk. So Rocky 4 is it's a sort of a vengeance movie where you have this big Russian fighter Ivan Drago takes on Carl Weathers' Apollo Creed in a fight, and he kills him in the ring, which
is really shocking, though, isn't it?
Shocking. Like killing like a main character off like in the first 20 minutes of the movie, if that.
No, I know, because that's like the big set piece, isn't it? Type thing, right at the beginning to get everything set off. Where, it's just like because then, but this is what I mean about character progression. These two, Rocky and Apollo, they become like really good friends.
Yeah, after being rivals.
And it's like after being rivals, they've got that respect for each other, and this is why I think by Rocky 4, you're so connected to these characters because you've seen what they've gone through, both of them. And, got that mutual respect and then obviously the friendship. And then, when Drago just beats the shit out of him, in the ring, you're like, oh my God. And you're feeling, the shock and the upset, with the crowd. It's that well done.
It being my first Rocky movie, this is my first introduction to Apollo Creed. And I was already rooting for him, and then he just get absolutely annihilated. Which is obviously it's played by Swedish actor Dolph Lundgren, and you also have the other Swede in it, Bridget Nielsen, as the other Russian, which is great.
That's what I was trying to think of, and I've gone, who played the woman now?
Yeah,
it's like, yes.
She was with Sylvester Stallone for a while, wasn't she? Like they were together.
Yeah.
As a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's taller than him. Which...
Always plays a good baddie though.
Yeah, she's a very good.
Because I always think back to Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot she was in that. Yeah, true. But yeah, it's
anyway.
I do love the difference in the training. See, obviously when Rocky he's retired at this point and he's coming out to go to Russia to fight Drago. And there's the difference in the training setup. So you've got Drago with all this like modern equipment and things. Which goes very
all computerized wasn't it?
At the time,
Yeah.
And then you've got Rocky out in the wilderness, and he's training in a like a broken down barn, and
But then I think that
Wow.
just basically it sort of mirrors, doesn't it? Where it's a case of this is the new fighter, Drago. It's all about science over just natural power
Ability
and
and
things like that. Yeah, and ability.
yeah,
And the thing is as well with Rocky, obviously, again, he's lost his mate. He wants to get revenge for this, so he takes himself away to get totally focused. Then, like you
yeah,
say, he's getting himself prepped in this like little lodge farmhouse type thing, and he's like lifting tree trunks and stuff like that, and like it
yeah.
just, whatever you can get your hands on. I'm just using tree trunks as an example there. I can't remember if it is that.
It
Um,
is. He does do punching against tree trunks and stuff, though.
right.
Like he does do
Okay.
jab and
We've got to
then
say
he.
best soundtrack ever as
I
well,
was going to say
because it's
during that
just,
bit, it's
yeah.
Hearts of Fire, isn't it?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, what
And
a
you're like,
tune!
oh God, yes.
Shit is
You
going
know,
down. You're
there's
going
just
down,
so
Drago.
many amazing. That's just it though, because again, the music gets you. It's one of those great 80s soundtracks,
Yeah,
like Top Gun, like Dirty Dancing, which I really like that soundtrack as well. And there's quite a lot of these big 80s soundtracks where you're like, oh yes, they've got the sort of Flashdance. I like the soundtrack to that as well. I
yeah.
just think like we've got the right mixture of a few ballady slow ones and lots of like 80s high tempo, catchy rock and things like that. And yeah, so music in Rocky 4, brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
It
And
is
obviously you
absolutely
got
brilliant.
Living in America as well.
Oh yeah, when
You
Apollo
know,
Creed's going into the ring.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just
It's so
brilliant.
good, and it's got
It's
and
really
obviously it
good.
has that line from Drago, which if he dies,
Dies,
he
he
dies.
dies.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
Anyway, we
cold,
better move on. I've
cold.
got. I know, but that's just it. But that's just, you're thinking, oh well, surely he's not. And it's like, oh no, no, it's
I
just a
mean,
cold
you
killing machine.
really hate him.
Mm,
Right? You really do hate Ivan Drago. Like
yeah.
it's so good. So let's move on to the final movie that was released in this month. Well, actually, quickly going back to Rocky, there was only a 2 month window between the US release and the UK.
That's good. It shows
That's really close.
when it's a massive film,
Mm.
they can do it.
And I think boxing as well, boxing being big in Britain probably helped as well with that movie
Yeah.
coming, with those movies coming out quicker over here. So obviously boxing is still massive over here compared to pretty much anywhere else.
No, that's
Um,
true.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one, which was released first in the United Kingdom in 1986, and that was Lady Jane, which is a 1986 costume drama.
Oh Jesus! No, I've not
Yes,
seen this.
I have not seen this one, but it does star Helena Bonham Carter and Carey Yules. So
Okay, that must be
two
an early
fantastic,
role for Helena Bonham Carter.
yeah, two fantastic actors though.
Oh yeah,
Say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Both coming from that sort of period drama, which 6 or 7-year-old me, well, 6-year-old me by that point would just be like, no, I'm not watching this.
No, I didn't, and such I've not seen it since. So we'll move quickly on then into the music of the month, and we start off then with the singles.
Yes.
And number one to begin with was "Merry Christmas, Everyone" by Shakin' Stevens,
That would have said
which was good. Well,
around more than a week, you know.
but then we have two absolute bangers to fill the month. We have "West End Girls" from the Pet Shop Boys,
Yeah.
which
Absolutely brilliant.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pet Shop Boys, so good. Like to this day, like my son who's 24 next month, he loves the Pet Shop Boys. Like he will listen to anything with Neil Tennant on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loves it. Like Electronic as well. He really
Well,
likes
that's
them.
just it. But they're going strong still. Whenever a new
Yeah,
album comes out or anything, and like whenever they've done shows, they've done like
it's so
Preston and
expensive to
BBC
go
up
and watch.
here. Oh yeah, yeah. Because other Chris Smith really likes them. I know he went watching them a bit back. But yeah, it's just
Yeah, I went to see them in
was
the
it
late
fantastic?
90s, and it was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I got into them because my dad was into them, and he
Mm.
listened to it a lot in the house. So it's just one of those ones where I just like them by proxy. That's when I found out it must have been in this, because Domino Dancing's 86, isn't it?
Yeah, I do like that one. But again, we were saying this at work the other day. Well, the other week now. The 80s and most of it I'd probably say to mid-90s, you've got a good decade of Pet Shop Boys. We started
Yeah.
losing the way, we said, by the late 90s, and then it was just a case of a few good tracks here and there, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got a good solid decade.
So let's move on to the other number one, which is "Sun Always Shines on TV" from Aha.
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 I do like this. I really,
Fucking
really like
love
this.
this song so much. I went to see Aha at the Abbey Stadium in Cambridge in 2018, 2017, something like that. I can't remember which. It was late teens anyway. And yeah, they were supported by Thompson Twins and someone else from the 80s, Flock of Seagulls.
Right.
Well, it wasn't the whole of Flock of Seagulls, it was just the lead singer, but he did all Flock of Seagulls songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And but yeah, when the first bars start for "The Sun Always Shines on TV," you know, the piano bars that they go on,
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
my
It's a
hairs
yeah.
on the
I
back of
love
my
this song.
neck, and everything was just up. You know, it was like, oh my god, all my nerves were on end. I couldn't believe I was hearing it live. It was amazing. It was like spiritual, you know.
No, it's good.
So good.
Again, another good music video as well, with like the because it's in the church, isn't it? With the mannequin dummies as well,
Yes.
and obviously more in like black and white. But yeah, it's just such a good song, this and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
timeless as well, like a timeless
yes,
song.
yeah. Because again, Aha, like, you know, again, a lot of good tracks up until I'd probably say about 92, 93. You know, and then they
Yeah.
went away for almost a decade when they came back with oh god, Minor Earth, Major Sky, something like that. Anyway, which had a couple of good songs on it, and then again, be falling into that sort of you know. People love that nostalgia, you know, for the 80s bands and things. So, you know, they get a bit of a lift, you know. So, yeah, Aha, still around, you know, still sell their stuff quite regularly. And, you know, 40 odd years on, which is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So albums, we still have the same number one album as last month, which was Now 6.
Move on.
So let's move on to television. BBC One. Let's start there.
Yes.
So on the 6th of January, we have Jimbo and the Jet Set. Do you remember Jimbo and the Jet
I
Set?
do. Jimbo, Jimbo, Jimbo.
Yeah.
But he goes, Jimbo! Because he's about to crash into the control deck, I think. You know,
Yes,
like the.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah. So it's at a fictional London airport is the setting of Jimbo. For those who don't know what Jimbo is
It
a
was,
cartoon about planes that could talk.
yeah.
And yeah, and Jimbo is the main one. Do you know that he was originally meant to have been a jumbo jet?
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah, Jumbo the Jumbo
Jimbo
Jet
the
would
jumbo,
work.
right? But he ended up being a small plane because the designer didn't know the differences between inches and centimeters. So he drew a much smaller plane, and they were time pressured. So they were like, "We'll just go with it."
So it's like thinking out. It's like the Spinal Tap with Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, I did not know that. But no, I used to love Jimbo. You know, that's the cartoon I still watched and enjoyed at the time.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
know,
loved it at the time. I
yeah,
thought it was brilliant. And yeah, that lasted for only a year. So it ran from the 6th of January until the 6th of February 87.
yeah. They weren't long episodes, like 5 or 10 minute type things, I think. But yeah, they just
Yeah.
easy watch. Yeah.
Next, then, I'm going to put the theme song for this TV show in now.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you about Whizbit. Now, he comes from the planet of Wow. Once he was a little bit of magic in his daddy's eyes. Time came to grow a bit. Whizbit grew about 3 feet high.
Okay, Whizbit. I mean,
I loved this when I
me
was
too.
a kid.
This is Paul Daniels and the lovely Debbie McGee. And Paul Daniels is wearing like a little triangle suit. And it's a magician, kind of. Yeah, it's a very surreal show to talk about, to be honest. Like
Yeah, I
it's
couldn't tell you what it's
very
about. I know it's
British,
in the land
very,
of
very
magic.
British. Yeah, it's in the land of magic, yeah. And yeah, so Wisbit is like so he was created, wasn't he? And he was meant to like grow into like this big wizard. But he only grew to 3 feet high. It's
Know
in
what that's
the
like.
lyrics of the song. And yeah, and yeah, it's just really weird. It's not as weird as say, what's that one with the ghosts? Rent a
Oh,
Ghost.
Rent a Ghost.
Not as
Yeah.
weird as Rent a Ghost, but it is still a very weird British television show for kids. I mean, and it's a kids show.
Yeah, because Paul Daniels, obviously, he'd been on TV for quite some time anyway, so it was a chance to do a kids show. He'd get little moments to the camera, um, where he'd do a bit of magic trick as well, if I'm remembering this correctly. And
Yeah.
then obviously you have Wisbit, who's like a giant wizard's hat, a yellow giant wizard's hat with big eyes, and then
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a bunny. I think
I
no,
think
I
you're
don't
right.
know.
There must have been, I
Uh,
think there is a bunny,
you
yeah.
know, but they're like not they're not really in it too much. If I remember this correctly, they're not like in Paul Daniels' part of the like setting. They seem to
No.
be like in their
So
own
there's
sort of
like
like
two different.
imaginary
So Paul
world.
Daniels will do like an interlude where he'll do some magic,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
main focus is of the story of Wisbit.
yeah.
And
I mean,
Paul Daniels will do the
I'm thinking
magic.
back
Oh no,
40
that's it.
years.
Paul Daniels will do the magic that Wisbit has to learn, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah, yeah. It was. Do you know what? Because again, you think back in the 70s and 80s when you've got things like, entertainment shows like showing off talents and dance troupes and stuff like that, and again, magic. To do a
Yeah.
kid show with magic and bring it all together. I mean, Paul Daniels was around for years, and everyone said like he was, nice, and obviously he was married to Debbie for absolutely ages,
The lovely Debbie
up
McGill.
until the his death. But yeah, I enjoyed Wisbit. Anyway, moving on.
So this one, so on the that was on the 8th of January that we had Wisbit. So on the 9th of January on BBC One, we got the second series of Blackadder, so Blackadder 2, as it was titled. Now, Blackadder, the original series, it's kind of not very good.
I think I've only ever watched it once, possibly twice. I don't like it so much.
I like going through them all, right? If I'm going to
Yeah,
watch Blackadder, I'll start from the beginning and go through. But the first series is not very good. He's not like Blackadder is just kind of a shit character. In the first one, he's like Weasley and like he has a really silly voice and stuff, and he's not fun at all in any way. Like his
yeah,
buffoonery is just shit, right? But you can see the seeds. The seeds are sown in that series. They've not grown, right? Blackadder 2, you've got like a really good sized plant now. Okay, it's unbelievably good. It's such a massive jump from Blackadder Series 1 to Blackadder 2. Like it's just huge. You're talking sort of like in terms of like games, right? You're talking, God, like Super Mario Brothers 3 from Super Mario Brothers sort of jump in quality.
yeah, yeah.
It's absolutely massive jump in quality. And it's just, like the way they changed Blackadder to be this sarcastic, villainous person who's in it for himself as well, and they really, really, really made Baldrick likable, which they did not do in the first series either. And yeah, it's just an incredible series.
And obviously you've got an amazing supporting cast. Like you say, Baldrick's come on. You've got what's it called? It's still Lord Melcher, isn't it? Stephen Fry's
Yeah,
character.
it's still Melcher,
Yeah. And obviously, you still got you've got Queenie as well,
Yeah, so
and
this
again
one's
the
set to
Nursey as
Elizabeth
well,
first. Yeah,
and just absolutely brilliant. And again, it's the first one with Rick Mail as Lord Flashheart.
And you've got Lord Percy as well.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Who later is Captain Darling goes forth.
Yes. Oh God, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there's
Melchett
some good
is
moments in
rival,
that.
isn't he? So Melchett's Blackadder's rival in the series. He's
Yeah.
always getting Queen's ear. But then Blackadder will try and get into the Queen's ear, and it's Nanny, isn't it? Is the other
Oh,
character?
Nanny, yeah. I was thinking Nursey for some reason, but yeah.
Is it Nursey?
Yeah. I
Or is
don't
it
know, Nursey and Nanny, one of
One
anyway.
of those. But yeah, it's just an incredible series. Only 6 episodes, but
Yeah, they all are though, aren't they? They're only
they
like
all are.
quick, but yeah. I'm sure
But they
they're
are
only like
just
6 each.
brilliant. So the series is written by Richard Curtis and Ben Elton. And yeah, it's fantastic. I've got the audios on CD of all the Blackadder series, which is fantastic. There's a restaurant in Cambridge and surrounding areas, which in the toilets they have always playing Blackadder.
Nice.
Yeah, I will just go in there, go for a pee, and I'm standing there for ages listening to it go. So I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, absolutely wonderful series. I would say my favourite British comedy series is Blackadder. If you discount the first series, but the rest of it is just it's incredible. Like it's timeless as well because of the fact they said it through different time periods, making it a timeless comedy. Because none of the jokes are sort of based on anything that's happening in like the time that that it was filmed. There's nothing from 1986 referenced in it. It's all stuff that's funny because it's referencing the things that were happening in the time of that Elizabethan court. So yeah, it's
really
incredible.
Good.
I absolutely love that series so much.
Right,
I
move
can't
on.
wait about Blackadder Goes Forth, though. That's my favourite one. So let's move on to the 10th of January. Then we have Lovejoy.
I didn't watch this at all. But
Did you not?
No, I never watched
man.
it. I know he was like
the
art dealer? No, antiques dealer, wasn't he?
He's an antiques dealer. It's a comedy, drama, mystery show. So something happens. Plenty of humour in the show. And then they try and figure out what's happened in that episode. Something's been stolen. Lovejoy is the one who's like appraised it, and then he has to try and figure out what's happened. It's really good. Ian McShane, who people who are from across the pond listening will probably know him from Deadwood
and John Wick,
and an episode of Game of Thrones that he was in.
And one episode,
But I didn't think that this started that early. I thought this was a 90s show.
Yeah, no, that's why I was surprised to see this in your list.
But there's 5 years between Series 1 and Series 2.
God, that's crazy. Well, then again, maybe it was just a case of one off, and then we've gone, tell you what, let's do another one, all these years on. Or, he could have been busy with films, I don't know.
Well, it ran until 1994, but like I say, the second series didn't air until 1991. So, and like in January 1991, so it was literally 5 years between the two series.
Yes, it's quite some time, definitely.
Yeah, but I really loved this show growing up, but I don't think I would have watched the first series, to be honest.
No, it's not the type of thing you'd watch back then as a kid. No. But it surprised me that. Learned something new.
Yeah, very, very good show. Thoroughly recommended. Next up, we have The Really Wild Show, which was on the 21st of January. And this was shown during the children's CBBC, as it's now known, part of the day. So this was the one that had Terry Nutkins, Chris Packham, who's quite well known these days. Later on, you'd have people like Michaela Strachan come in.
I thought she was an early star. Oh no, mind you, she was still doing like Wide Awake Club, wasn't she, and things like that.
Yeah. But yes, this was a television show about wildlife, and you had the different presenters, and they would go and do different things with different animals in the wild, and you'd learn a lot of stuff about these wild animals. It was absolutely brilliant television for me as a child. I really enjoyed it. I watched every time.
Yeah, this is what I mean. You'd have like a good mixture of more serious documentary type things like this, and your Blue Peter and stuff. But then you'd have your cartoons just before, So you had like a good mixture of kids stuff. Because
News Round.
It's not the type of thing necessarily look forward to, but
No.
you'd learn something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
if
not like,
it's
oh
on,
my
I'm
god,
gonna watch it.
Thundercats is on tonight, like
Yeah.
it's a new Thundercats or whatever. But with this, it's like, yeah, it's on because again, remember, this is a time where to have this 2 hour block, maybe not even 2 hours, like about 90 minutes of kids, programming. So it's really got to count. I think this
Yeah.
is one reason why some of these shows don't last that long, where it's a case of we're not got to keep it fresh. We've got to keep kids entertained and stuff.
Well, it ran until 2006, so 20 years that was on television
That's
for.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely
I wasn't
insane.
watching it in 2006 though.
No, I wasn't. I would have checked out in sort of like the mid-90s.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah. So let's move on to the last show on BBC One, which was the Colbys. Did you watch the
Nope.
Colbys? Oh
Nope.
man, I love the Colbys. Well,
I don't even know this.
It's a spin-off of Dynasty or Dynasty, as it's known elsewhere, and yeah, so it stars. So there's a family in that who marry in, who are called the Colbys, and you have so this is about that family who are like a rival family to the main family in Dynasty. And this one stars Charlton Heston. I'm trying to think of other people. Stephanie Beacham's in it. Oh, lovely Stephanie Beacham. Max Caulfield, the guy who was in Grease 2,
From
the
Grease
English
2, yeah.
Australian actor. Yeah. Ricardo Montalban is on there as well. Khan. Yeah, so it's a decent cast. I watched this because my mum watched Dynasty, and my mum then watched this. And I would be able to come downstairs once my dad had gone to work, because he did night shifts back then.
Yeah.
Because he would be like, right, you're going to bed. I'm like, okay. And then I'd hear Dynasty or the Colby start, and then I'd come downstairs and watch it. The same with Dallas as well. So we'll move on, because there's not feeling any love.
No
love in the room.
not at all.
Colbys. I know
not
what's
at
moving.
all.
So move on to BBC Two, and on the 9th of January we have Yes Prime Minister. Now this is a fantastic political sitcom.
I've never watched this. I've never, and do you know what? It's on my sort of to watch list, because again, you can still get it from work, but I do want to watch this again, especially with my love of politics.
Well, the first series is Yes Minister.
Yes, yeah.
He's not a prime minister at this point, but then it becomes Yes Prime Minister once he becomes the Prime Minister of England. Spoilers, but yeah, it's
I don't need to watch it now.
I mean, it's very satirical, but not as on the nose as The New Statesman.
Oh, sorry, what did I say? Think of it. Oh God, yeah, New Statesman around the same time, isn't it? When
with Rick Mell, who really plays against the Tories quite a lot in that one. But yes, Yes Prime Minister is fantastic. You've got Paul Eddington, who plays the Minister / Prime Minister. You've got Nigel Hawthorne, Derek Fuld. It's really, really good, strong cast. But yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant comedy. If you haven't seen it, do try and watch it.
No. This is one I do want to watch. Definitely.
Because there were some of the episodes as well you can find on. Well, I don't know if they're still there, but they used to be able to get them on the BBC Sounds app as well. Like the radio ones, but I don't know if they're still there anymore.
Yeah.
So let's move on to ITV. That's the only thing for BBC Two. So ITV, we have another kids show that's starting this on the 6th of January called Telebugs. Do you remember Telebugs?
Yes, I do. It was a yellow one. It was basically like a little robot with like the face on an LCD screen, I think.
Yes.
On the head. With faces. And then there's a black Telebug who was a bad guy.
Yeah.
A black robot. I'm just making sure I'm not being horribly racist there, or anything like that. But no, it's a pink robot as well.
Yeah,
because they look a bit like GoBots, but more
they
square.
do. But it's a British TV animated show. I don't know if it is, but it kind of feels like it's from the same people who made Danger Mouse from the animation. If you look at the animation of it, it looks very much like Danger Mouse.
Yeah, this is one of those that I didn't love, but I watched it because it was always on for like at the start of your children's section. So it's like sometimes you'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna get in and get me, get changed out of school uniform or whatever, and then, put the telly on or whatever. So like if I missed it, I wouldn't be,
I
in
didn't watch
tears.
this one religiously.
No, this is what I mean. Yeah. Know of it, but that's about it.
Yeah. So let's move on then to Catchphrase, which debuted on the 12th of January 1986. Still going now, sadly not with Roy Walker anymore.
Mainly because he's dead.
Yeah. Mr. Chips is still there. So he's giving
but it doesn't look as good, does it?
No, it doesn't look as
obviously it's all CGI now, isn't it? All CG, sorry. But no, I loved Catchphrase as a kid.
Me too.
Just to watch
and I
it
loved Roy Walker's voice.
Yeah.
I loved his voice. I could listen to him talk for days. Such a great voice.
Yeah, he was a fantastic presenter.
Say what you see.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's like, brilliant.
It's good, but it's not right.
It's a good answer, but it's not right. That one. Yeah.
Just absolutely brilliant. Because again, I think what I've always loved about Catchphrase, even the modern ones, where when they do come out with something really daft, and like even with Stephen Mulhern, I think it still is now. You're like going, they can laugh at themselves.
Yeah.
And I quite like that.
So
like
I haven't watched. I didn't watch daytime television shows or evening shows on the weekend or anything like that until about 2021, like from probably the 90s until 2021. It's a long time. So I started, and it was I remember watching an episode and thinking, they're quite tough questions actually. They're quite tough ones to get on Catchphrase. And then there was a celebrity special, because I was watching it on one of those channels where, is it Challenge TV? Where they got loads of them on?
Yeah.
It was something like that. And then they had another episode straight afterwards, and it was a celebrity one. And they were so easy. Right? You would get them within like a second. And the celebrities, they must be thick as shit, because they could get nothing. And you're like, seriously, why do they give? I don't know. Why do they make it so much easier for the celebrities? I mean, I know they've got to win money
for charity. There you go.
Just give them money for charity and not make us have to sit through.
Yeah,
no.
There you go. There's the answer. Please shut up about it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
God.
Catchphrase. I loved that show growing up.
Yes.
Really did. So let's move on then to January the 14th, and that is Boone. Do you remember Boone?
I only liked it because I didn't watch it, but I only liked it just because of the Hi Ho Silver theme tune.
Silver.
And it was Michael Elphick, wasn't it? And Neil Morrissey.
Neil Morrissey, yeah, that was my first introduction to him. And I do remember when I did watch Men Behaving Badly, and he came in, I was like, oh, it's the guy from Boone.
Oh, it's a guy from I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle, which is one of the most low-budget British horror films I think I've ever seen in my life. That's from late 80s. There's one to watch if you want something really crap to watch. Starring Neil Morrissey. Anyway.
I think the show was actually really good. Like, it's a good drama series.
What was it about, though?
So I'm trying to think,
what was he? What was Boo? What was? Sorry, did he have a job? Like, we've talked about Lovejoy being an appraiser / mystery solver, but like, what was Boone?
They're firemen, aren't they? Like,
it's what?
From memory, they're firemen.
Oh, are they? Right, okay.
And then they move to Spain, isn't it? And then I can't remember.
Anyway.
I do remember liking it as a kid. I do remember liking it as a kid, and it ran until like 95, so I watched it for quite a long time.
Yeah, which is surprising. Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not feeling love for that. Let's move on.
No, let's move on.
So,
otherwise, we'll be stuck in the 80s forever.
Let's talk about the games of 1986 in January. There are none.
Okay.
I looked. I could not find any.
Yeah.
So let's go to the UK news then. So we have the Vauxhall Belmont Compact Saloon goes on sale, giving buyers a traditional saloon alternative to the Astra hatchback and estate models. The car would remain in production until September 1991.
That's insane, isn't it? All that
on
time.
The 9th of January, Michael Heseltine resigns as Defence Secretary over the Westland affair. And we have the 20th of January. The United Kingdom and France announced plans to construct the Channel Tunnel, which they hope to open by the early 1990s. And 24th of January, Leon Britton resigns as Trade and Industry Secretary over the Westland affair, so another casualty of that. And the 31st of January, unemployment for this month has increased to 3.2 million, a post-war high, which accounts for 14.4% of the workforce.
Oof. That is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hell of a lot.
Grim times to be in Britain were the 80s. They were grim.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back to one of my 2 favourite years of all time.
Mum, can I borrow the car?
Oh, you better ask your father.
All right, I'll walk.
Oh, ask him. He's in the Costello mood today.
More pocket money? Certainly. Borrow tomorrow again? Keep it. Have a good time, son. Blimey.
There's nothing like a Castella when you're in the right mood. So cool, calm, and generous.
Guess what? Mum's coming to stay.
Fine, lovely.
For a month?
Great.
Are you in a Castella mood tonight?
Hello, welcome to the year 1996, one of my 2 most favourite years ever. Paul, how do you feel about 1996?
I love 1996. This is my favourite year that I fondly call the golden era. Usually covers, I'd say, 93 to about 97, maybe 98 at a push. But 1996 was the year I left high school, started drinking, really into my music and everything like that. So, and obviously there's a lot of good games still around. You've obviously got Euro 96, which was, if you were there, you'll know how amazing it was. Some of those matches and things. And, I felt like the country had hope as well, back then. But it could be because of my age as well at the time,
No, it's true. And the 1996 was just such a great year. So I was practically the same age as you. So I left school in June of 96. And so I was going into the year 16 or 17 when I during the year, and so I got my first girlfriend in January 1990. My first real girlfriend in January 1996. Lost my virginity in February 1996. So that was a good thing.
I had to wait till November.
Do you know though? Do you know what happened though?
Go on.
So I'm not going to describe what happened, but whilst we were
put it in and wiggle it around a bit.
Whilst we were in the act, as it were, Stupid Girl came on the radio.
Right.
So I was
by Garbage. Yeah,
by Garbage. And I was like, she doesn't need to hear that. She already knows she's making a huge mistake. She's way out of my league. What? Don't need you telling her that, radio. Go back to Peter Andre. But yeah, it was.
Oh God!
Shocking, absolutely shocking. And But what else?
Hey, mysterious girl, I am making love to you.
So obviously, Euro 96 was a big thing. I was going out into pubs and things like that. I was going to the cinema all the time in 1996, literally all the time. As soon as I got my student union card in September when I started sixth form, that was it. I went daily at that point to the cinema because it was £2.
Yeah, it was always cheap back then. Oh, God,
so
those
good.
days.
Every time because my college wasn't too far away from the cinema, so literally free period. If I knew I had 2 free periods back to back, I'm going to the cinema. I'm going to kill 2 hours at the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just sit around doing nothing, or because I had a girlfriend at the time as well, so I couldn't be doing stuff either. And so I was like, no, going to cinema. And people would be like, why? You're going on your own? Yes, I'm going on my own. I don't need you guys fucking talking to me while I'm trying to watch a movie. That would be stupid. And so there was that happening. I started to learn to drive by the end of the year. I didn't get my license until 97, but
wow, that long, eh? I only got mine in 2018, for God's sake. I know.
Yeah, but you took time to grow to reach the pedals, though, mate.
I know. That was just it. Imagine if that was the real reason.
You with like
Oh my
bricks
God.
on your feet,
Yeah.
just to,
There you go.
like a child in, like what's it called? That movie with all the children gangsters, Bugsy Malone.
Yeah, Bugsy Malone. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like a
Yeah, and
dry line.
to get into a pub, I need to find another short person,
Another sharp.
and then in a long Mac, two of us. I know. Pint of your finest, please. Carling, sure, whatever. Oh God.
But yeah, no, 1996 was just absolutely sensational year. My friends and I, we started making movies together as well in that year, writing and making movies together, doing those like during the summer holiday. It was just amazing, like between finishing school and then going off to sixth form.
That summer seemed to go on forever because
Oh
again,
man, it was the best
you're
summer.
doing your
It was so hot
exams well. I know, and because you're doing your exams and you're not going into school every day from say May time, it just felt like it was never ending. And I remember I used to watch the channel Trouble, which was on cable. We had cable by 1995 at home, and the Trouble was. It then turned to Bravo in the evenings, which was more of your
I
cult
remember that.
films and stuff. So Trouble was aimed more at teenagers, and we had Heartbreak High on because it was shown on BBC Two. Heartbreak High, the Australian drama.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
And it was on Trouble as well. And I remember thinking, right, because my mum would be like, "Oh, you need to find a part-time job, and I will do. I'll start looking for a part-time job, bring a few extra quid in when the summer holidays end." And I was like, and I didn't know if I was going to get into college to do this BTEC in media studies because I got all D's in my GCSEs. I was either going to get all C's or all D's, depending on how much effort I put into it. And I didn't put much effort into it, so I just got all D's.
I had to for my one. I only got 4 C's and the rest were D's and 2 F's. Like so I got 2
Jesus.
F's. And one of my F's was maths. Okay, because I didn't do any
I
work
needed to do well on that, but no, I didn't.
Did you know, like half the marks are for workings out.
Yes, yeah.
I was just looking at something. I know the answer, and I'm like, I don't know how I got to it. I just know that that's the answer for the question you've asked me. So I got all the half points, but not enough to get a high grade.
It was tough.
So,
did you have to resit your GCSEs then for maths and English? Because I did. I had to redo those in year after.
I couldn't get any higher than a C though because of my maths being. I was in the lower set for maths, but I was in a higher set for English. But I couldn't get. So I was in the third set for English, but I was in the bottom set for maths. So that meant I couldn't sit the higher papers for English, even though I would have definitely got an A star for both English Lit and English language. I know that because I ended up getting an A star in both the A level. So I would definitely have done it at GCSE. And so I went off to sixth form. At sixth form I did English language, English Lit, film studies, media studies. Were my 4 A levels, but I had to either resit maths or do a GMVQ, a 1-year GMVQ.
Yeah.
And pass that to get my mark, and I had to do that before I could carry on to year 2 of my A levels. So I did a leisure and tourism one because I thought that would be really easy, but it also worked towards like getting your maths GCSE. Well. So I did that.
We followed a similar path then on in regards to that, and needing to do like a little bit of top up to carry on doing what we wanted to do, even though I still blew it. I didn't do that well by the end of my BTEC at all,
No, I did all right in my A levels.
I
think the thing is I chose like the easiest ones for me. Ones that I knew I could just pass. I was like, well, I'm really good at English language and English literature. I'm going to absolutely ace that A level. Did, and I was like, well, film and media are practically the same thing as like English Lit, but different but different subject matter, but the same basic underlying. So yeah, I just did those. And I was like,
Anyway,
okay, film very similar to English literature. And yeah, and that was great times. What else was there about
we better
1986?
we better go on to the movies at this rate. Otherwise, we've got Paul and
Yes, we should.
Chris's life
Let's move on.
story. You know,
Sorry.
which I'm fine. No, it's fine because I was just like going, yeah, but
I
I'm
was
thinking,
getting
oh god,
really
yeah, we've
into
got to
talking
start
about
talking about stuff.
1986. Man,
I
it's
know
such a
it.
great year.
Honest to God, it really was because it was a good year personally as well. You know, with everything going on as it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So I'm going to put the trailer in now for the first movie that we're going to talk about.
Do you like what you do for a living? These things you see?
You have to wear blinders sometimes. Most times.
Detective William Somerset is looking for a way out.
You're retiring. 6 more days and you're all the way gone.
So how long have you lived here?
Too long.
Detective David Mills is looking for a way in.
We'll be spending every waking hour together from now until the time I leave. I'll show you who your friends and enemies are.
Look, I've worked homicide 5 years. Not here.
Now,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a homicide.
they're caught in a game.
No fingerprints and no witnesses of any kind.
Nope. About the only thing we know about that guy right now is he's totally insane.
Where the price of sin is death.
There are 7 deadly sins. Gluttony,
You're going to come take a look at this.
greed,
No one touches anything.
sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy. 7. You can expect 5 more of these.
Body was found on Tuesday morning.
I hate this city.
We're gonna get who did this.
This will be the very definition of swift justice.
There are 2 more bodies, 2 more victims.
This guy's methodical, exacting, and worst of all, patient.
He's laughing at us.
He had a gun.
He's 2 murders away from completing his masterpiece.
Let's finish it.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
7.
7. Oh, what a movie.
I remember renting this out because I'd heard all the hype and everything, and yeah, a good one. But I've only ever watched it this once
Really?
on video. Seriously, I've only ever watched it once.
So I watched it at the cinema. This was, I actually, of the films that we're going to talk about today for 1996, I went to see every single one of these in the cinema in January 1996. So first one I went to watch was 7. I think it opened like really early in January because I went on the first Friday back from school holiday. So it's the first Friday back at school after the Christmas holiday. And I went to the cinema to watch that with my friends. I remember just when I left the cinema, I couldn't stop thinking about the ending.
Yeah, because this is what I mean. Like, it's a big name, and you're going, "Oh my god!" Like, I can't believe that's the ending.
So, a little bit of a premise for those who haven't
Yes,
seen the movie.
sorry,
then. So, 7 is a thriller, crime thriller movie. It stars Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, with Gwyneth Paltrow, and another guy who we can't really name because then it gives away the ending. And plus, he's a piece of shit. So,
it's a shame because he was one of my favorite actors for so long. Because seriously, you look at the list of I know, but you look at the films that he's done, and you're like, how can you not like him? Oh wait, because of that. Yeah. That's
He's
how. Cheers for that.
This guy is going around. He's committing murders of the 7 deadly sins, and as you go, you they are quite gross. Some of the kills.
Yeah, was it Gluttony or Sloth? There's one where it's like, 'cause obviously they go into the room and find the body on the bed. Is that?
Yeah,
But is
yeah,
someone still alive?
yeah, he's still alive. He just hasn't got
Right.
his
Yeah.
tongue anymore, has he?
Ugh.
And Gluttony, he
Oh
makes him
God.
eat himself to death until his stomach bursts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which is
No.
gross. Yeah, I can't remember some of the other, but yeah, absolutely. Like, it's a fantastic thriller. Like, so tense. Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt are fantastic. Gwyneth Paltrow is really, really good in it as well. And yeah, I think that this is probably Fincher's best movie.
Uh, mm,
Don't you say
well, again,
Alien
I've
3?
only watched it once. No, no, I'm not. I'm going to say The Game, which I absolutely love.
That's a very, very good movie as well. That is a
Which
very
I
good movie as well.
absolutely
Which is
love.
from
The
which
Game.
is from my second favorite year of all time,
Yeah. Yeah.
1998. But yeah, but yeah, Seven, absolutely gripping thriller. I am actually
Mm.
looking forward to watching it again. I haven't watched it for probably about 15 years or something, so I would
Yeah,
like
I
to
need
watch
to
it
give it
again.
another go, really. I mean, 30 years on, it's about time. Hang on.
It's
Yeah, 30 years. Oh my God.
yeah,
30 years.
30 years ago since I went to the cinema, underage, to go and watch that. But it was absolutely brilliant. Next up, we have the Paul Verhoeven movie, Showgirls, which
Yeah, we
stars
rented this out.
Berkeley, Gina Gershon. I went to the cinema to watch this, and a guy actually was masturbating in the cinema.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So me and my
jeez.
mates, so the same people I went to watch Seven with, we were watching this, and they were the same people who went to watch Species with. You know, when my friend threw up over a guy's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And
And we were
like, we guess someone was probably wanking off in that film as well.
possibly, but we did not see
I
that. But
know.
we did actually, we didn't really see as much as hear someone go, "Ah!" And he was sitting on his own, so he was not having anyone help him, and we were like, "That's pretty gross. This film isn't even that sexy. I don't know why."
At least, just to quote another Verhoeven film, don't just stand there, give a man a hand. From RoboCop, when they blow
Yes,
Murphy's
yeah.
hand off. Sorry, I just thought I fill in the blanks. Oh God, sorry.
Oh, blanks again. You don't know.
Oh
Oh.
no. Oh.
But they were wasted bullets. Let's put it that way. Um, yeah, quite gross, quite gross. But Showgirls, that was probably the most exciting thing that happened during that movie. To be honest, it's a terrible movie. Like, everything about it's awful. Like, everything. It's just
Yeah.
shit. Like, I
Yeah.
can't even tell you the story of it, other than there's a girl who wants to become like a Las Vegas dancer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And
that's pretty much all I can remember from it. I remember there was one bit where Carl McLachlan, like, he's with Gina Gershon, and she pays for him to have a dance with Elizabeth
what's
Berkley from
called
Saved by
fun.
the
Yeah.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was a big deal about it though, because it was like, she was known for Saved by the Bell, something which was
yeah.
obviously more aimed at kids. That was a big the big deal, as to put it, because obviously it was
This is
meant to be
why
a
we
big
went
move
to
for
watch
her as
it.
well.
My
It's
friend
what, sorry.
really fancied. This is why we went to watch it, because one of my friends he really fancied Jessie from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was more of the was it what was the other girl?
Oh,
The
Kelly.
main Kelly. I loved her.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Um,
Kelly Kapowski.
She looks fantastic, by the way. Like,
Oh, I
for
bet
her
she
age.
does. Yeah.
Man, she has not aged that much at all. I was like, bloody hell, what have you done to make yourself look that young? Because she doesn't look like she had any surgery. She just looks really good. But
Anyway.
yeah, so that's why we went to watch it. My friend was obsessed with Jessie,
Showgirls.
and he was like, she gets her tits out, let's go and watch it. This was 16-year-old boys talking, by the way. This isn't me as a man saying that. It's 16-year-old boys going, cool, let's go and watch it. It was terrible. And yeah, so the next movie is Devil in a Blue Dress, which is a really good, like, noir mystery thriller with Denzel.
Never
Size
watched
in
this.
it as well.
Never
Don
ever
Cheadle. Have
watched
you
it.
not?
No,
Oh,
no,
mate,
no.
you
Not
have
one I
to watch.
even know of.
So
Don't
we
even
went to
know
watch the
this.
cinema because I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan. So that's why I wanted to go and watch it at the cinema. And again, it's my group of friends. And yeah, this one is really good. Because it's a mystery thriller. I can't really go too much into it other than it's
Yeah.
like yeah. But do watch it. Denzel's absolutely electric in it. And you
Okay.
really like how it's sort of like neo-noir. So
Yeah, no, I'm happy to give this a try because it's not one that I've
yeah.
even heard of, so I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, if you can, do watch it. I remember thinking that this was like, yeah, I do remember thinking at the end of the year, this would have been my like top 10 of 1996. Now, if you know 1996 movies, like that is a good endorsement for 1996. If I'm saying this in my top 10, because
Okay.
1996 is just
A good
every
year.
month. There's at least 2 great movies the whole year. So moving on then to Leaving Las Vegas, with which is the movie that won Nicolas Cage the Best Acting Oscar,
Yeah.
and Elizabeth Shue. So he goes to Las Vegas to drink himself to death. Elizabeth Shue is a prostitute that he meets,
Yes.
and it's a romance, really, isn't it? Between the two of
Yeah.
them.
I've not watched it since it came out. So it's been a
I
long
think I
time.
last watched it on DVD, sort of early 2000s. That was the second time I watched it.
Yeah.
So I've watched it twice, I think. But it is a very good movie. One of my friends that I was with, he cried during one part because they do so the two of them have this thing. It's not really spoiling this because this is a movie you can really spoil even if you know the story. I won't spoil the ending, but like knowing stuff about this movie isn't really the thing. The thing with this movie is if you watch it, you watch two fantastic actors in a romantic drama that is so different from any other romantic movie you've seen at this point. We're talking 1996. Before that, everything would have been corny, but this is beautiful. Like it's a really, really touching movie. So he says to her that she can't change him, and that she can't. And he says, and she says the same. You can't change me. And they have this agreement, and she buys him a flask for drinking to sort of say, I love you, like regardless. And that's what made my friend cry. He said that was the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. And
yeah, it's just two damaged, broken characters who obviously find solace with themselves, with each other type thing. So yeah, it's something a bit different, definitely.
And it's Mike Figgis, who's a fantastic director as well. But yeah, it's really, really good movie. I really liked it. It's not an easy. Same with Seven. It's not like an easygoing movie. We can go, yeah, go and watch it. You'll have a good time. It's like it's a good movie. Watch it, but don't watch it thinking you're going to have a good time because you're not.
Yeah, it's not going to be like laugh a minute at all.
No. Unlike our next movie, which I went to see at the cinema again. Like I say, went to see all of these in the cinema, and that's Dangerous Minds. Made famous, obviously, by the Gangster's Paradise Coolio track for this movie. It stars Michelle Pfeiffer as a teacher who goes into how would you describe that school?
Rough. No,
Rough
it's
school.
just basically like it's just again, I'm going back a long time here. It's just in a very rough black neighborhood, which has obviously got crime and like the type of neighborhoods you see in things like Boys in the Hood and stuff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
Which is like,
Latino characters in it as well, hasn't it? Because so it's not just like black.
Yeah, well, like I say, I would say more disadvantaged and things like that. It's not like the affluent, these scholarship students and everything like that. Like who come from rich families. There's issues, so it's quite
but
gritty,
it is a racially segregated city,
yeah.
isn't it?
That's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in a horrible way.
It's not a great movie, to be honest. My biggest memory of going to watch this movie at the cinema was I was meant to go on a double date. So it was meant to be me and my girlfriend, my best friend and his girlfriend. My best friend, his parents' car broke down, so couldn't get to the cinema. My girlfriend, ended up saying that she couldn't come in the end because her dad or something wasn't going to give her a lift. So it was me and my best mate's girlfriend who went to watch it because we'd already bought tickets. So we're like, well, we might as well just go and watch it. So we went to watch it, and she started throwing minstrels at people's heads in the cinema, and yeah. And then
Like, why just be such a dickhead?
I was like, why are you doing that? And she was like, it's funny. I was like, oh, fucking hell. She was like, yeah, but you can handle it if they come over. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to have to like protect you. You're not my girlfriend.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Very annoying. So that's my overall memory of that movie. It's the only time I've seen it, and I never want to see it again.
Yeah.
The next one, I went just with my girlfriend at the time to watch this one. This is Fair Game. Which
I don't even know this. No,
No?
I don't know it. No,
Oh,
no.
You've lived a blessed life not to have watched this.
Is it Alec Baldwin? Actually,
no, it's William Baldwin.
Oh, right, okay. See, I'm
Baldwin, no one talks
imagining the cover, but yeah, I've definitely not seen it. You know, but yeah, for the darkest memories, there, I'm sure it's a Baldwin. Yeah,
it's just a run-of-the-mill 90s action thriller with two characters who don't like each other but end up together. You know?
Right,
that's
moving on then.
It's absolute shit. Let's not talk about it. Next up, music. We still have our number one from last month, which is the Earth Song. That starts off the month at number one, which we then move into Jesus to a Child, George Michael. Beautiful song.
Yeah, I don't really like the slow stuff.
Oh, but
anyway,
his voice in it is so good.
He was huge still at this point.
He was. And I do honestly believe that I was probably the only 16-year-old heterosexual listening to George Michael at that time. Because none of my friends liked it. They were just like, ugh, George Michael. I was like, that's great. And we have the biggest con job of any song of all time. And that's Spaceman by Babylon Zoo. Now, this is the song from the Levi's advert where you had
Which
this
always
awesome...
meant you got number one. You always got number one when you have a Levi's advert.
Yeah, that was the rule back in the day.
I know.
What was the name of
Stiltskin Inside?
Stiltskin, yeah. And he didn't even have a band, did he?
No, but he did go on to become the singer in Genesis.
Yeah,
for Calling All Stations.
Well-known
Genesis album.
Yeah, the one that no one likes.
Yeah.
But yes, Babylon Zoo released the song Spaceman, which has this really cool thing where you think it's going to be a dance track.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this really dreary, drab rock song. And it's just shit, right? But the thing is, on the advert, you heard it and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing.
I know, because they only play that bit, don't they?
Yeah.
You know,
and
like
you think,
30
because
seconds.
You're talking 96 and electronic dance was everywhere. And you're like, I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
And then you get it and it's just this freaking dreary ass, awful.
No, I know. It's made me laugh because, like, when I was, I'm going back about a year or so now, but watching the old Top at Pops, and whenever we're showing the 1996 episodes and Jazz Man looking like a complete and utter dickhead, even Brass Eye, the Chris Morris comedy show, take the piss out of him because they like interview him. It's like just really, really ripping the piss out of him. I was like, that's brilliant. But again, it just shows, because you see so many memes on Facebook when you just go, you know, your face where you buy an album for one single and the single ends up being absolutely crap, you know, and this just sums it up. Oh, honestly, it's just, I think when I hear it now, I just shudder. Because I just go, oh Christ! It brings back memories.
Still get hurt about what could have been.
Yeah.
It's like, that could have been such a great tune. And then, no, it's just awful. Anyway, let's move on then to albums. And let's talk about something amazing, which is Robson and Jerome with Robson and Jerome. Still number one. But we do
not discussing it.
We do have them toppled by Oasis with What's the Story, Morning Glory, which gets a re-entry in January 1996. I don't know if I said this on the show, but I went to watch them at Nebworth. It must have been that year. It must have been 96, mustn't it? Was it
Nebworth.
Nebworth or was it
Yes, yes,
97?
yeah. It
It was
must be
96.
96. I
Yeah.
think 96.
Yeah. So it was 96. I went there to watch them, and I wasn't, I've said this before on here, I wasn't a massive Oasis fan. I was more Blur, Pulp, and Supergrass than I was Oasis. And but when they played What's the Story, Morning Glory, you know the beginning, the bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
When that went round, it went through all of the speakers going round at different points. So it was like, it was just incredible. Like I was just like, oh my
Oh,
god, that's
listen, it's a really, really, really good album. Honestly,
it's
I
a really
still
good
say this
album.
so many times.
It is a really good album. It's just not. I wouldn't say that it's a great album. I would say, that I would prefer other bands' music massively over Oasis. Not just a little, like massively. I think Oasis are an okay Britpop band. They would like to think they're more than that. They are not more than that. They are a Britpop band, and that is it. But yeah, their sound just never really got me. But I did really like going to watch them at Nebworth. I only went because my girlfriend at the time, she got tickets, and like I was like, okay, I'll go. And she didn't even like me. She was a Blur fan, so I was like, why are we going? But it was a good time. It was a good time, though. It was a good time.
Right.
So let's move on then to television.
TV.
So we have on BBC One, The Demon Headmaster on the 2nd of January. Do you remember
I
that?
didn't watch this. I remember it. And it's because around this time, where like in the last few months of high school, it's not the type of thing I'd be doing. It'd probably be I whack TV on if I'm not like playing on the SNES or something like that, or the Amiga.
Wow.
Because you're thinking this is January '96, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd still watch things like Neighbours. So sometimes if you think, I'll put the TV on at 4:30 or whatever, but yeah, I think this was a period where I just started moving away from it.
Well, I would watch this mostly because I finished doing my evening paper round after the Christmas period. So I got my bank from doing my, they give you loads of money for tips at Christmas.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I stopped doing my paper rounds after that because I was like, I'm going to concentrate on schoolwork. I did not concentrate on schoolwork whatsoever. But I did quit my paper round, which was, but I did have enough money to get me through like the first 6 months of the year.
Nice.
Well, remember back in the day, you wouldn't need much money, right?
No.
I
I remember those days.
8 times in 1 month, because it was cheap to go to the cinema back then, and you could take a girl with you to the cinema and pay for her, and still have change from like loads of money left from a 20.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. But yeah, I had all my money that I got from Christmas. Because I did 3 paper rounds. I did a Sunday paper round, I did evening paper round, and a morning paper round. And so I got for Christmas that year, I don't know why it was so much more than any other year, but I ended up getting, I think it's like close to £600, like 580 quid.
Jesus Christ. Oh, what? For the entire month, though? Yeah, for your 3 rounds.
Yeah, for my 3 rounds. So nearly £600 for 3 rounds, which is loads of money for a 16-year-old. So I had that all in cash. Yeah, so I had that all in cash, and in a shoebox in my bedroom, and just dipping £20 out every now and again, and that lasted me like I say until the summer when I got another job. And I did a summer job as well as like having time off as well. So it was such a good time. Anyway, what was we talking about? Demon Headmaster.
Yes. Yeah.
So I did watch it occasionally. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember the next show on the 9th of January, which is when us in Britain got the first episode of the X-Files called Humbug.
So I never heard of this. The X-Files?
X-Files, yeah.
X-Files.
The X-Files. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not
No.
it's just a singular X.
The X-Files. Stories about bad relationships. Each week you go down memory lane thinking of the worst experiences that you had. be it
Yeah.
dates, meals out, and things like that. But no, joking aside, X-Files, yes, a big thing, because it was like sci-fi horror, the must-watch show. But yeah,
I
absolutely
didn't think it was that
fantastic.
much of a horror. I thought it was
Do you not
more.
think so? I did.
No.
But I just felt like it
And
had a
I
bit
hate
of that.
horrors. I hate horrors, and I didn't find it that much of a
Well,
horror.
okay. No,
I just
I
thought it
think it
was.
puts enough like
I think it was
horror
like
in
a
it.
sci-fi mystery
Okay.
thriller series. And like you have the monster of the week, but they were never scary. It was
Monster of the Week. I know what you mean,
Yes.
but yeah, I just I want to rewatch all the X Files, but I know it's like quite a bit of a slog. But someone on like my Facebook friend list has just been watching them all, and he's saying now he's just finished series 1. And it's like so good, And
That's the
again,
thing. I
this
think the first series was really good because they didn't try and it was literally just monster of the week stuff
yeah,
with a little bit of undertone of what happened to Mulder's sister, but not. It wasn't like trying to do an arc through the series. And whereas series 2, they were trying to put that arc in with it, So it was like, oh, we're going to just have this continuous story, and then 1 week they'll just be like, well, we're never mentioning that. It's going to be like it's a completely separate episode now.
a couple of standalone,
Yeah, and then you're like, right, okay, why didn't you just keep it like that? Because it was much
No,
more.
I agree with you, because that's what
as
frustrated
that
me with
premise.
Buffy eventually as well, where it's
Yeah,
like, look, are you telling the story arc? Or are you going to then go, we're not going to talk about the story arc for 2 or 3 episodes.
yeah,
We're just going to have standalone episodes. And they always seem to be, let's just say, with that, say Chris Carter's not involved, you wouldn't get anything to do with the story arc, you
yeah.
know. Because I remember again with Buffy, you'd be looking at things like the Josh Whedon and going, "Oh right, Josh Whedon's actually co-wrote this one or he's directed it, so hopefully we'll get some story arc." And that's sadly what these sort of shows fall into, where you're like, I suppose I can miss this one. But I remember what I loved about X Files. It gave a lot of young actors a start, well,
Yeah.
an early role for them. Do you remember Giovanni Ribisi? And there's an
Yes. Yeah.
episode where he
Yeah.
changes he can control like electricity and he changes the traffic lights and he keeps
Oh
doing it to make
yeah.
these cars crash or something like that. And I think he gets fried by the end of it or something like that. Like it's electric that kills
Spoilers.
him. Sorry, I just remember that one, and I'm like, oh my god! And then
No,
obviously
I,
people
I
like
do
Eugene
remember that one. I
Hughes.
thought that was a good. Yeah, that was the thing, and that was like a Monster of the Week episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
where they shone. For me, that's where the show really shined, was when it was doing those. When it kept going into the more like, oh, we're going to the smoking man again. Oh Jesus! All right, what's the conspiracy? And it's like, I know you needed to have like this bad guy,
I
but
liked him though, and he was such a
it's good. It was a good
bastard.
character, but it was just, I just didn't like that stuff. I wanted to just watch the Monster of the Week stuff. That's all I wanted to do. And every time they kept going on about the stuff where they're setting up the arc and stuff, and I was like, oh, can't be bothered. I'd rather just watch the singular episodes, thank you, where it's just Mulder and Scully trying to figure out what the fuck's happening. Right? That's what
Yeah.
I enjoyed. That's why I started watching X-Files to begin with. I didn't care about the alien shit. Unless, of course, there was an episode about aliens, then that would be great. But no. Anyway,
It was a massive deal, wasn't it? I mean,
it was
leading
huge.
up to the film and things like that. I
It
remember
was
going
huge,
watching
and there
that
was
in
that really shit.
'98.
There was that really shit PS1 game as well. Do you remember?
Oh yes, I do. I do. Yeah, which was over about 4 discs, something. It was like, God, this is awful.
It was so
You
bad,
know.
so bad.
Yeah.
And the single got to #1 as well, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yeah. By Mark Snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was it. Mark. I was trying to think of the first name. I would have said that was like Snow, but I'm not just saying that because that's the guy. That's that rapper, isn't it? The white rapper.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Informer.
Informer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who lays you boom boom down or something. I don't know what the words are. Anyway, so let's move on to BBC Two on the 15th of January. Our Friends in the North.
I
This is
didn't watch this.
One series, 9 episodes. Absolutely brilliant. So it's set around 4 friends in Newcastle, and it's set over a 31-year period. Right, 9 episodes, 31-year period, and so yeah, so it's just trying to set up these friends over that period, right? But I can't really say too much because it's really good television. Christopher Eccleston is in it, Gina McGee, Daniel Craig, Mark Strong, Peter Vaughan. So the cast is absolutely
The cast is amazing. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
absolutely stellar. And yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. So it does tackle a lot of political and social events as well that happen, and like not just to Newcastle, but in Britain as a whole. So there's stuff about the general elections and things like that, and like how they're feeling about it, the miners' strikes, and there's even an episode like talking about the Great Storm in '87.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's really good. It's really good drama. And like I say, it's just amazing how they've managed to do it over this 9 episodes. They're like just over an hour each. Like, so you've got 9 hours or so. Some of them are a bit longer, covering like a 31-year period. And I watched this at the time. I haven't watched it since, but I watched it at the time because I remember thinking to myself, I really liked Biker Grove. I wonder if this will be like an adult version of that. It was not. It was just a
never gets
fantastic
mentioned
drama.
though. It never gets mentioned by anyone. I remember when I used to collect VHS videos back in about 2000, 2001 with my ex. I remember picking this up. There you go, one of the X Files. Sorry. Yeah, so you know, you used I know, there you go. Yeah, God,
Every time we
please
talk
have a
about an egg,
story
we should put
arc.
that in. Yeah.
But when it comes, because I remember it being like on a double video set. And it was like, oh, you know, and I remember her going, oh, it's absolutely brilliant, you know, finally picked it up on video. I don't even know if it got a DVD release, you know, like, because
Yeah,
obviously
I'm
it's
not
a
sure.
BBC thing.
And I can't find it anywhere to watch online either.
No, this is what I mean. Never gets mentioned. Never gets
No,
mentioned. And you think,
but it is like one of the best British dramas of the 90s. Yeah, it's a singular series. Absolutely brilliant. And I think it would resonate a lot with people outside of Britain as well, because of the time period it covers, 64 to what was it, 1991. So yeah.
oh well, just to breaking news, it is available on Amazon for £11.50.
Okay. To
So that's
buy
quite
as
cheap.
a digital or
No, physical
is it on
DVD.
DVD?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Not
I may
bad
have
at
to
all.
do that because it is, like I say, I absolutely loved
Yeah.
it. Okay, so let's
Anyway,
move on.
yeah, let's carry on.
So the 12th of January on Channel 4, Gabby Roslin presents her last edition of The Big Breakfast after 3 years. I remember this. I remember her crying. I remember Chris Evans like tearing up as he said goodbye to Gabby Roslin. She left. And
big deal, because that's what you had on every morning before school, Big Breakfast.
Because
Because
Chris
it was
Evans
just
wasn't
more
on it
fun.
anymore, was he? He had left at this point. And he had come back to say goodbye to her in that episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because did they had Joe Mangle,
Yes,
Mark
he
Little
did have Joe,
come and
yes.
do it. I couldn't think it. Yeah, Mark Little
Yeah.
come onto it for quite some time, and I think he went on it after Chris Evans.
He did,
and then you had like Johnny Vaughan and
Denise Van
Outen.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it was obviously, you know, she was the other original, so a big deal. You know, 3 years on every morning. It's a big thing, that, you know.
It was, yeah.
150 odd shows.
Yeah, it was sad to see her leave. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's move on to Sky. Sky One.
Right, okay.
First time we've mentioned Sky on this podcast.
I was about to say that, yeah.
So on the second time we did speak about them with the Apocalypse show that was on.
Oh, right, yeah.
You, Me, the Apocalypse, that was it. 20th of January, we see the UK premiere of Sliders, the TV show, which starred Jerry O'Connell as the main character, who was like a scientist, and he found a way to slide through different universes, like parallel universes, so different Earths and things like that. This one is the other show that had John Rhys Davies in as well.
Yes, of course. I was trying to think then, when you said it right at the start, I was like, oh, yeah. I couldn't get into this, and I did try. I even bought it on DVD, quite early on to go, oh, it's all the complete box set for a £5. I'll watch them. And I think I watched like one episode. I was like, nah, forget it.
I really liked it. I really liked the show. I could only watch it when I went to my dad, so I used to have to get him to record it for me onto VHS because he had Sky and we didn't.
Yeah.
So I do
Strange
remember.
times, isn't it, when you say it like that? Because obviously having Sky was still quite a big deal. Like a bit of
expensive to
a
have Sky.
luxury.
It still is
Yeah.
now. I mean, now it's fucking extortionate. But back then it was still expensive. You're talking it was like 20 quid a month or something. But back then, £20 a month is a lot of money.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Remember, we're just talking about going to the cinema, £2, £2.50 max.
And that ran for 5 years. So it was a good show. They did lots of different things. So they go to different places where, say, the Nazis won World War II, or where men are no longer born and it's just women who are left. It's just all these different variations of Earth. It was kind of good. It was good. I quite enjoyed it. As someone who likes like Star Trek, and seeing all the different worlds.
Well, I was just about to say that my friend across the road, Ben, and he was mad on Star Trek. So when Sliders started, he absolutely loved that as well. He was the only person I knew who watched it. But yeah, he was like a massive Trekkie, and Sliders also ticked his boxes. You know.
And that was for me. I was a massive Trekkie. I really liked Sliders as well. It had that same sort of feel to it, and it was like it was the same sort of thing. You had this. They were just trying to get home was the overarching story, but it was like a different episode every week. It was always something new. Really, really, really enjoyed that show. So let's move on to games. January 1996. There are no games released, but Paul, you have some CV and G to talk about.
I do. So this is like CVG issue 170, dated January 96. So this will come out last couple of weeks of December, going into start of Jan. And again, this is when we started going into the height of CVG because of the games industry really, really taking off. Cover Saturn takes on PlayStation. And it's showing like all these big name Saturn games, Sega Rally, Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Cop. You're like going, all right, okay, we've seen these games in the arcade and now I can play them at home. And some pretty good versions of them because obviously they're going to be exclusive to Sega Saturn as well. But yeah, we'll get onto that properly in a minute. But then the big news stories, and I can't remember all the ins and outs on this part, Chris, so you might be able to remember. 3DO sells the rights to M2. Now, I know they were meant to do this M2 console, which then got binned off in 96 at some point, but I've never played 3DO,
I've played 3 games on the 3DO.
Oh, okay.
I've played Need for Speed, which I loved that. That was when I couldn't believe that was being played on a home console. I was like, oh my God, amazing. I played Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Oh God, yeah, because that looked really good on it.
Yeah, it did. It was really, really good, and it was a fantastic port, I thought. And what was the third game? There was I think it was like a Road Rash or something like that.
Yeah. Because of course, like Electronic Arts, because of a Trip Hawkins link. But yeah, it's a bit of a surprising one. That I mean, you do wonder, if they'd have kept hold of it, would they have done another console? But they gave 2 pages to that news story anyway. The other big story was Sega games coming to the PC. So basically, just shooting my last comment, into orbit and shoot myself in the foot. But only a few. There's still Virtua Fighter 1 and Virtua Cop and Echo the Dolphin coming to PC. And Sonic 3D came out on it as well. It was like on this budget type range. I think they were priced about
there was like an orange.
Orangey red box.
Panzer Dragoon ended up going to PC.
Yes,
as well. Sega Rally. No, not Sega Rally. Sega Rally 2 went to PC, didn't it? Not
Yeah,
Sega.
yeah. So you got a few. The other big preview was Resident Evil, which we're going to end up touching on and probably doing an episode on, so I'm not going to go into that here. And the other one is the first Wipeout game coming to the Saturn. The only Wipeout game that came out on a Saturn. A bit like Tomb Raider, really, isn't it? Where you're thinking...
Wipeout 2097 came out
Did
on...
that come out on Saturn?
Yeah.
I stand corrected. There we go.
If you'd listened to our Wipeout episode, you would find...
No, I know. No, because I don't know that much about Wipeout. But that shows why it's sometimes good to listen to it. Yeah, there we go. Just get the shovel out again. Right, this is what I'm going to say. Right, I'm going to say, first of all, I'm going to start with the crap games. So the lowest rated game in this issue is Attack of the Mutant Penguins on the Atari Jaguar, getting 58%, right?
Who's that
That's
by?
the lowest. Can't recall, I didn't look. I just basically got my
Attack of the what?
Attack of the Mutant Penguins. So you think it's quite a late Jaguar game?
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of the developer
So-
some of those games.
That's the lowest rated game at 58%. I'm only pointing this out because I've made a note of the titles that got over 90%, right? And this is in one issue.
Yeah.
You've got Virtua Fighter 2 on Saturn getting 97%. So that's like the highest rated game.
I
this issue.
love Virtua Fighter 2, right? Love Virtua Fighter 2. 97% is like some major fanboy.
Oh, yeah. But you've got to think as well what year we're in here as well. You know, where you're like going, oh my God, this is like having an arcade game in your
I
room.
thought it was amazing, right, at the time, but 97% is really high.
Oh God, yeah. That's almost perfect.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
really high. And it is a great fighter, but there's not a lot to do in it, right?
No, I agree.
Quite
Well,
bare bones as a package. It's still like the best at the time. It was still the best 3D fighting game, bar none at that point. Right?
Yeah.
So much better than Tekken. It was just incredible. However, 97% is really high.
Well, we've also got...
That is like the biggest Sega fanboy can come up with that. And I was a huge Sega fan at the time.
This one probably won't help your amazement. Virtua Cop, again, on Saturn.
Look at like
96%.
Oh my God.
96%.
It's like an hour long. It's a great shooter. It's a really fun arcade shooter, but it's 96% is ridiculously high. Any arcade shooter, you should be like, yeah, it's great, but it's never going to get more than
No. I know. Because of like longevity alone.
Yeah.
You know, because remember, you're paying about 50 quid a game.
40 quid or so, right? And plus with gun, if you get it with the gun, you're talking up to £60, right?
Yeah.
If you're paying that sort of money, I want it to be.
Well, I'm going to carry on.
Oh my God! But yeah,
we've got at 94%. We've got Donkey Kong Country 2 on SNES.
That seems high as well for Donkey Kong Country 2.
I think they were still surprised to get a big SNES title. You know, we have got Actua Soccer on PC CD-ROM, 93%.
Jesus,
which I've been looking at. The Actua Soccer games though are quite good.
No, they're
honestly,
not.
They are. It was better than FIFA at the time. Oh right, okay, on the Gremlin collection.
Yeah. And it's shit. And I thought it was shit back in 96, 97 whenever I played it on PlayStation.
Right, well, there we go. Well,
and do you know what? The actual, Euro 96 on Saturn, which was one of the biggest games on Sega Saturn in the UK.
Yes.
Probably the biggest selling game in the UK. That game is Actua Soccer, and it's shit.
Well, you've got next 91% Secret of Evermore on SNES, so 2 SNES games.
That's high for
Then
that as well. That's like a 7 out of 10 game.
Well,
Like,
then you've got Killer Instinct on the Game Boy, 91%.
oh my god, that's terrible on Game Boy.
Yeah, it's just not the type of
I mean, it's not
system
even
for it.
great on Super Nintendo, but like,
And
Jesus.
then you've got FIFA 96 on PS1, 91%. So that's the first FIFA game on PS1. Then you've got Doom on PS1, 91%.
That's
And
the
then
lowest score. That should be reversed with Virtua Fighter 2.
And then you've got Firestorm Thunderheart 2 on Saturn at 90%. But you've got there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 9 games rated over 90%.
I mean, that is good, but a lot of those scores are like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, absolutely insane. You know,
I mean,
because
Doom
even
only
things like
getting
FIFA
91%.
96.
I know it's like Doom again, but it's still Doom. Doom's still like amazing. Like that would, yeah. I mean, the loading times, I guess, on PlayStation a little bit, but
yeah.
Which is
Anyway,
down.
we'll carry it. We'll move on. There's a bit of game chat.
This is
anyway.
the thing. I was a huge Sega fan at the time, and even I would have said that's high. Would they give Bug like 100%?
No, but do you not remember when Total gave Super Mario All Stars 99%? Yeah,
I was so like, no, it's not. There's just because there's 3 good Super Mario Brothers games on it does not mean it's 99%. Plus, they've gimped some of the stuff in the game. Like, it's not the same. It doesn't play exactly the same. I do not want to play that version of Super Mario Brothers like 1 because it is not as good as playing the NES version of Super Mario Brothers.
No, I'm with you on that.
But yeah, no.
Let's move on to real world news.
I don't get it. That's just ridiculous.
97% 4-page review that got. I think it was out of 4, maybe even 6. You know, they really, really liked it. You know,
I mean, I really, really liked it as well, but I wouldn't be able to give you 4 pages or 6 pages worth of text about it. I'll be like, you know, they've refined things. You know, the new characters are really good, and I'll be like, but there's still, you know, there's no like tournament mode or, you know, or anything that will keep you going for a long time. It's just play through arcade and then play your friends. What else can you do? You can play your friends or you can go through the arcade mode. Right, but what else? You can play your friends or go through the arcade mode. Anyway, January the 10th, Terry Venables announces that he will resign as the England national team football manager after this summer's European Championships, which will be hosted in England.
Yes.
I remember thinking, oh, what? He's only just started.
Yeah, because he's not been there for long at all. But you know, he had.
Listen,
I'm not going to talk about it now because we're going to be talking about this. We will do an episode on this. Definitely.
13th of January, the National Union of Miner Workers leader Arthur Scargill announces he is defecting from the Labour Party to set up his own socialist Labour Party. I don't think that went very well. 19th of January, the first Maury poll of 1996 shows Labour still comfortably ahead of the Conservatives, with a showing of 55% and a lead of 26 points.
Yeah.
Ian and Kevin Maxwell, sons of the late media mogul Robert Maxwell and the brother of, you know, that woman, are cleared of fraud at the Old Bailey after a trial lasting 11 days. And then the 23rd to the 26th of January, much of Britain is struck with sub-zero temperatures and snowstorms. Schools and transports are disrupted. I do remember it being very cold that January, actually.
Yeah, but then it's funny, isn't it? Because then you obviously got that mad hot summer coming up.
Yeah, oh man, that 96 summer. Oof. Anyway, we should take a break and then go into 2006.
Come on, Cole, chat back.
Hello, welcome back to 2006 this time. Let's kick off with the movies, shall we, Paul? Let's go straight into it.
You know, it could be like this. Just like this, always.
This thing grabs hold of us in the wrong place, and we're dead. If you can't fix it, you gotta stand it.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yes.
And with a movie that I keep getting the name wrong, even though I see it written down time and time again, it's Brokeback Mountain. Paul is the name of the
Yes.
movie.
Yes, Brokeback Mountain with Jake
not
Gyllenhaal and
not
Heath
Bareback
Ledger.
Mountain, which I keep
Bareback
calling
Mountain.
it. Yeah, I'm like, they
Let's
do
get
not want to
straight
be
into it.
Yes. So it's so Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal starring as two cowboys who fall in love. It's a romantic movie. I've not seen it
Yeah.
since 2006, since I saw it in the cinema.
I
It was
didn't
good.
watch this at all. In fact, looking at this, you're going to struggle with me on this this list of films. I don't know what I was, oh yeah, I do know what I was doing in 2006. I was not in a good place with my head. So I've seen a couple of them, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really remember much about Brokeback Mountain.
No.
So, but I do remember it. I thought it was a fantastic film. But I do think that yeah, there was a lot of
It got a lot of
outrage.
love, and I remember it like,
deserved love. It was very good. Heath Ledger was just electric in the movie, though. Like he's a massive loss.
Still mad that he's dead 2 years later. You know.
Yeah.
It was 2008, wasn't it? Yeah, after
he died before
Dark
Knight came out. Yeah.
God, it's insane.
Just Friends, the Ryan Reynolds comedy where he goes back home and like he's like a talent agent or something, and like his girlfriend / client comes with him to stay at his mum's, but he's actually in love with is it Amy Smart, the name of the actress?
I recognise the name. That's about it. I thought it was Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds.
I went to see this at cinema with my now ex-wife.
The X-Files.
The X-Files. So yeah, I don't remember much else about that. Match Point.
That's a thriller, isn't it? Is it a thriller?
Psychological thriller, yeah.
I didn't watch it, but it's meant to be all
Scarlett
right.
Johansson, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers is in it. Yeah. So I haven't seen it. So
no.
I try and avoid Woody Allen stuff since I found out about him. So
yeah.
He's another wrong one. So Jarhead. Have you seen Jarhead?
I didn't watch this. I don't really like war films. So this is Jake Gyllenhaal again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal, Jamie Foxx, Peter Skarsgård, Sam Mendes directing. Yeah, I've not seen it since the cinema. I thought it was a decent movie. Really good acting from Gyllenhaal, and I thought Skarsgård was good as well. Yeah, there was also a direct-to-video sequel. So,
oh yeah, there we go.
Memoirs of a Geisha was another movie. I have not seen this. I feel really bad for not watching this one.
No, I didn't fancy this. These are some of these films I've actually owned on DVD because around this time I was just like doing a bit of selling whatever I could on eBay because I wasn't actually like working full time. So yeah, I just picked up any cheap DVDs, just to try and watch, and then I'd sell them, do a car boot or whatever. But yeah, I bought so many and didn't watch that much though. I was playing more games, ironically.
In 2006,
but no, don't watch this.
I was probably playing less games in 2006, but
yeah.
So, what was I going to say?
Cock and Bull story.
Hold on. Memoirs of a Geisha.
All right, okay.
I have an actual story to tell, not about the movie, but about Michelle Yeoh.
Okay, yeah.
So her sister is a midwife well, she might not be now, but she was at the time when my son was in. My ex-wife was in to give birth to my son, and she is also my cousin's auntie. So, like on my mum's side, my aunt, my mum's sister, is married to a guy, and his brother is married to Michelle Yeoh's sister.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, he was a surgeon at Addenbrooke's, but he was a surgeon in Hong Kong for a while as well, for quite a few years. And he and his wife moved to England, and she became midwife at Huntingdon Hospital. I don't know if she still is now, but yeah. And so Michelle's new sister has had her fingers up my ex's hoo-ha. Was where I was going with that. So.
Okay.
So there's my connection to that movie. Okay, so A Cock and Bull Story.
There we go. That was the latest X-File.
Yeah, so Cock and Bull Story, fantastic comedy with Steve Coogan, Rob Brydon. Yeah,
I've only watched that once. Yeah, I watched it once. I can't remember much about it at all. You know, I only watched it because obviously it was Steve Coogan. But then again, I suppose it led to their friendship and, you know, working partnership, you know, which obviously went on to, what was it called? The shows he did.
I know, I can't remember.
The traveling one, you know,
yeah.
The Trip.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah.
Really
so yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about the Cock and Bull Story. I know it's like set in, is it like 1800, something like that? I don't know, or they telling a story and
it's telling a story out there. It's not actually set in that.
Right.
Period,
okay. Yeah. No. I can't remember.
Or is it? No, they're making an adaptation, aren't they? They're making an adaptation of the 18th century.
Right. But do you know what? That speaks volumes that I can't remember much about it. You know, like the next one, I can't remember much about.
Gillian Anderson's in it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's one thing I liked about it. No, again, I know I've watched this because I rented it out because again of that. I mean, I didn't watch any of these at the cinema. All these are rentals, you know, or not bothering with. The next one that I watched,
I saw Jarhead and Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
I saw those at the cinema. But yeah, I didn't see any of these on. I saw most of these on DVD like a year later or something.
Yeah.
Fun with Dick and Jane. So, another X-Files link. You got Tia Leone.
Ah, yes, with Duchovny.
And it's a double X-Files.
In fact, look at that. Did you watch Californication?
I did.
Sorry, Californication. That was a good show. Anyway, sorry for David Duchovny. Yeah, Fun with Dick and Jane. So this, again, Jim Carrey. It's where did he just basically give up because he rob a bank in it, don't they? I'm sure
so they're struggling for money, aren't they?
Yeah, because it's like a bit of a comedy.
He's a banker, isn't he? And he goes bankrupt. Yeah. He knows his way around the banks, so he can. Something like that, isn't it? And then they go on. Yeah, I can't remember, but I do remember really enjoying it though.
Yeah. I mean, but it's when I think of Jim Carrey, it's not the type of film I'd rush out to watch again.
No, but Tia Leone.
But I feel like I should give it another go. Yeah. Because, like I say, I look at Jim Carrey's stuff and I don't hate it. I mean, this is quite soon after Bruce Almighty, which I quite like. You know, I quite enjoyed that. So he was still, you know, relevant around this time. You know, and it'd be, it's a new Jim Carrey film, so I made sure that I watched it. You know, but yeah, not one that I've seen since around this time. Like the next one as well.
Next one, Underworld Evolution. I've not seen this one. This is what is the second one? Because I saw the first one. I saw the first one, but I haven't seen the second one.
Well, there's 4 or 5 of them in total. And again, I don't remember much about them. We've got them all upstairs on DVD and a couple on Blu-ray, but the last time I watched these, I've watched each Underworld film once. First one at the cinema, second one, I think I may have actually watched this at the cinema. But again, they're not memorable. It says it all. They're not memorable.
Yeah,
you know, I remember horror films that I love and stuff. Yeah,
because she's in that UK Beckinsale. What I was going to say is, though, I did notice that the screenplay is by Danny McBride, but it isn't Danny McBride who's Kenny motherfucking Powers.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was thinking, Danny McBride was the screenwriter on this, was he? It's not him. Okay, so let's move on to the movie then. which I have seen and recently watched it again, which is Munich, which is the Spielberg drama based on the assassinations of the Jewish athletes in Munich who were killed by Palestinian assassins. So a little bit topical and a bit touchy at this point. But yes, that was based on the real events that happened in, what was it, 1972?
Yeah, I've never watched this. We've got this upstairs as well.
It's really good. Like, it's a really good movie. It's Spielberg telling a story rather than Spielberg showing you a spectacle. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does. I remember this coming out to buy when I started at HMV, and it was really, really popular because I started at HMV October 2006, and we sold loads of this film, absolutely loads. You know, people were like really into it. But yeah, still never watched it, even though we've had it. Well, Carrie bought this on DVD years ago, you know. But yeah, still not one I watched.
It is a good movie. It's a really good movie, and Eric Bana is absolutely fantastic in it. He gives a really conflicted performance. Like, for he is conflicted. Like, you can see how he the character and stuff. He's absolutely wonderful. Okay, so next one is Rumor Has It, which I have not seen, but it is a Rob Reiner movie, so I should have watched this because I love his stuff.
Is this Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Kevin Costner, Shirley MacLaine, Mark Ruffalo. Early Mark Ruffalo stuff, I guess, because he wasn't that well known at that point. But Reiner, though, I love his stuff. I can't believe I haven't watched this.
I'm just gonna have a quick look at it. It's ringing a bell. Because it's sometimes, when you see certain actors, so like with Jennifer Aniston, you go, you know what to expect, just an easy, like rom-com or whatever. So Rumor Has It. No, I don't. Hang on.
Oh, it's got really bad reviews though. It's got 21%.
No.
So it's
no, I've not seen this. I've not seen
it. So it's a bit of a miss for Rob Reiner on that one. So R.I.P. By the way.
Yeah, no, God, no, not Fang. I've seen. What's the next one?
Another one I haven't seen, which is B Season. I thought this might have been a child comedy animated movie. However, it is a drama movie starring Richard Gere and Juliette Binoche.
It says it all. I thought you meant B movie. You just typed it wrong. I've never even heard of this.
No, I haven't either. So let's move on then to music.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Singles.
Here we go. Oh, God.
Strap yourself in. That's My Goal. Shane Ward is still number one.
Hell. Just X Factor crap.
But it's toppled by When the Sun Goes Down, Arctic Monkeys.
Band I don't really like that much, but this is still the era where indie guitar music is having a bit of a loving with the likes of Kaiser Chiefs as well and stuff like that. So fine.
And I was going to say Munich, but that's one of their songs.
Editors,
yeah,
who are absolutely doing great. That last Editors album I absolutely love. They've gone very, very electro. With a new order sound, yes, EDM.
Because Papillon's kind of like that, isn't it? It's like a
yeah. Well, if you think that's quite dancey, you listen to that last album which came out in 2022. It's one of my favorite albums that year. Oh my God, it's absolutely brilliant.
That's is it
EBM?
Shane Ward then.
Yeah, I think it's EBM. It's the last album. It's got like an orange cover. Absolutely brilliant.
Cool. So let's move on to albums then. So we've got Curtain Call, still number one by Eminem. Then we've got First Impressions of Earth, The Strokes.
I don't even recall that. I've never got into The Strokes.
Either. Then we got Back to Bedlam, James Blunt. That must be a re-entry, surely, because he was late 2005 with that. So
Yeah,
re-entry
probably.
there for James Blunt.
Because remember, you still had a proper singles chart then, so all it
Yeah.
takes is a popular single.
Yeah. And then
Again, we've
album.
talked about James Blunt. It's not a good album, but there's a couple
He's
of
a good
okay
guy
songs on
behind
it.
it.
Yeah.
Stars of CCTV, Hard-Fi.
They were a guilty pleasure of mine
I
because
only
I
know of
really
them.
like the singles.
I only know of them because of going to watch Green Day in 2005 at Milton Keynes, as they were one of the supporting acts.
Ah, Carrie was
Along
at
with
that gig as
World.
well.
So was I.
Yeah, there you
There we
go.
go. So TV on the 9th of January on BBC One, we have Life on Mars. Please tell me you've seen this, Paul.
Yes, I have, and it was
Oh,
my
thank
dad
God.
who made me watch it because my dad was in the police still at this time. Hang on,
With
yes,
Sting.
with Sting, yes,
Wow.
yes, his very own X-File when we split up. No. Yeah, Life on Mars, absolutely brilliant. It's not for something that I watched exactly when it started. It took me a few months because I think my dad bought it on DVD and he went, "Here, you need to borrow this and watch it." And I was like, "This is great," because he kept banging on about Gene Hunt and how when he joined the police in '85, you still had like a lot of old school coppers like Gene Hunt, that had been in the police. It's like late '60s, early '70s.
Yeah.
And he told me some good stories.
So
Yeah, I don't think you get away with a
for
lot of
those
it now.
who don't know, so this is a time travel science fiction
Mm.
police drama, and it stars John Sim, Philip Glenister, and it's hard to describe it because basically John Sim is a policeman in 2005 or 2006. I can't remember which year.
Yeah. Mid noughties. Yeah.
And he then wakes up in the 70s, and Life on Mars is playing in the car near where he is. And yeah, he's trying to figure out how he's got back in time and how to get home. But he also has to do a job as a detective as well in that period. And yeah, and then he runs into this very old school 70s police another detective, as well as like his team, and they are very of the time, whereas John Sim is very much not of the time. But he does, he doesn't do things backhandedly. He doesn't.
Yeah, he's still very by the book, whereas
Yeah.
obviously back then you'd still have, probably the odd bribe or money changing hands or, beat up a few of the criminals and things like that. So it's adjusting to that. It's only 2 series, isn't it?
Mhm.
Life on Mars.
And then you've got the follow-up series, Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah, with Keely Hawes.
Keely Hawes, yeah.
That
Which is
again
good
is
as
brilliant,
well.
set in the '80s.
It's
Yeah,
very good.
not quite as good, but it's still got some
It's
very,
not as
very
good as
good
Life on
moments.
Mars. Like it's not quite. It's still a very, very good show. It's but it kind of sends itself up a little bit. Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
Like especially when you first see oh God, what's the name of what's Gene Hunt. Yeah, when you see Gene Hunt turn up in his Audi Quattro.
Fire of the
And it's
Quattro.
just,
But I love that very first episode in Ashes to Ashes. I loved that because it's the first time that I heard Roxy Music, Same Old Scene, and I was like, "Oh my God, this track is amazing!" And
that's the other thing about both series. Freaking incredible soundtracks to both of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they both came out
okay.
to buy as well in shops, the soundtracks. But we got asked for these fairly recently, probably only a few weeks ago at HMV, and I've not seen them on DVD for a while. But it was
I'd like
great.
to get them actually at some point because I haven't seen them. I watched them back to back during lockdown again because they were on Netflix at the time, and I was like, Why not? I haven't got anything else to do. So yeah, watch those. Even though I'd seen them before, I thought I'd watch them again. So let's move on to ITV.
Yes.
On the 14th, we have Dancing on Ice. We'll quickly move on from that.
Yeah.
Although that is still running to this day, isn't it?
Yeah. Or Strictly on Ice dancing.
And then on the
whatever.
29th, we have Lewis, the spin-off series from Inspector Morse. And this one, unfortunately, stars Lawrence Fox.
Right, moving on. Yeah.
Well, it was a good show. It was a good show. It wasn't as good as Morse, but it was a good show.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Lawrence Fox is in it, so you can't watch it now because that guy is scum.
Yes.
Subhuman scum. So Channel 4 on the 3rd of we have Countdown celebrating 4,000th edition.
Yeah. But everyone at some
4,000
point has seen
episodes of
some
Countdown.
which is loads for a quiz show, really. Well, game show, quiz show. But yeah, 4,000 episodes, hell of a lot.
Yeah, incredible. Also on Channel 4 on the 6th of Jan, we have My Name is Earl debuts in the UK, which is the Jason Lee
watched that and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I've watched that multiple times, that series, since it finished in 2009.
No, it was good that because he had his slacker brother as well, who was in. Was it him who was in American History X as well?
Might have been. I can't remember. I know he was in Varsity Blues.
Right. Okay.
With the
Dawson's Creek. Yeah, I couldn't think. I think I was calling Dawson's Creek. Dawson, whatever it's called. But yeah, I enjoyed it. My Name is Earl. That's the type of thing where, because I think it was like on a Friday night originally, because Channel 4 Friday night comedy and stuff, and that's the type of thing I'd actually look forward to and go, oh, I'll tell you what, I can stay in tonight because My Name is Earl is on and this is on or whatever, so it'd still be something to look forward to, But yeah, I've only ever watched them once, and then sometimes, if like on E4 or More 4, if you show the odd episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those comedies that I don't think of too much. There was one on Sky, I think it was, called Raising Hope.
I've not seen that.
This is from about 15 years ago, and that was quite good as well, Raising Hope. Again, that got mentioned.
I did enjoy the cast of My Name is Earl, though.
Brilliant, because his ex-wife, the blonde.
Jamie
Oh
Priestley.
God, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I just love it
her,
because
her new husband, he's really good.
It's called Randy or something like that. I don't know.
Randy's the brother.
Oh, right, yeah.
Begins with a D, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, the black guy. It's something like Denzel, or no, it's because he loves Earl still, doesn't he? Where he's like, oh God, I'm having a quick look. Name is Earl. Yeah, because I just think with this, it's absolutely brilliant. That's it, Darnell. Yeah.
He's like my favorite character in that show. And he has
a good one.
His pet, and he's innocent, despite the fact that he's like slept with his friend's wife. But he's still like, I want to be friends still, and he'll do anything to help Earl. And it's a lovely dynamic with that group as well. Even though she's constantly trying to screw everyone over, and Darnell's like her. The angel on her shoulder, isn't he? Of like trying to keep her in check.
It's great.
Would never do that. Elle would always let her run wild. But yeah, Darnell's really good for her. It's so good, really, really good.
It's a feel good comedy, which has also got some not crude humor, but sort of like, I don't know, like, I don't mean it's as full on, say, as something like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it's still a sort of late teens, comedy type thing, like it's an easy watch, but you don't think it's not too babyish. It's not too like forced. It's not like your I don't know, like BBC 8 o'clock comedy. Like
Yeah.
what was it, My Family or something like that. It's a bit more edgy than that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
yeah,
we have one video
let's
game
move on.
released this month, and that is Marble Blast on Xbox Live Arcade, which is kind of like a Marble Madness style 3D clone.
Oh, okay.
It was okay. I think everyone bought it because there was nothing else to buy on the Xbox 360 at that point. Because the console came out a month ago, and if you were going to get those games,
Yeah.
you would have gone. And yeah, it was okay. I bought it and played it because, like I say, it was the only game to play. And I think I remember you could control it with the camera from memory.
Wow, okay.
No,
I like to say I didn't do it for
I only
360.
had the camera and used it a few times, but I mostly put it away after playing Uno on it too many times and seeing too many dicks. So let's go to the news. 7th of Jan, Charles Kennedy resigns as the leader of the Liberal Democrats after admitting that he has a drinking problem.
Do you know what? It's funny because I'd not read that section, and I was like, Charles Kennedy, God, didn't he just always be drunk all the time? There you go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Seems to have a problem. But yes, he did indeed have a problem. Bless him, he did get help. So
yeah,
he is good. 20th of January, River Thames whale. Do you remember the River Thames whale?
No.
The whale that got stuck in the River Thames?
No.
Yeah, and they had to try and get it, trying to get it back the other, because he was heading inland.
Right.
And they needed to get him to go the other way because they were like, you need to get back out to the ocean. You're going to fricking die in this. But yeah, it was on the news. Then I remember watching it live on Sky News, and they were like constantly doing live shots of the whale. I had Sky there. Yeah. 24th January, Sven-Göran Eriksson announces that he will retire as England manager after the World Cup that summer. So that's 2 England managers in January.
I was thinking that. Yeah, no longer with us anymore, sadly, either, is he? He's
neither is Terry either.
No, God, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So let's take a break, and we'll come back in the year 2016, and we'll try and rush through that. Hi, welcome to the year 2016. We're in the point of no idea what we're talking about music-wise. So
the wilderness years.
Movies, though. Movies are good.
I have only watched 2 of these on this list.
Okay, I've seen 3.
Okay. Some of these have been on my watch list since they came out.
So the first one that was released was The Revenant.
Still on my watch list.
I haven't watched it. It's on my watch list as well.
Yeah, with Leo. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is,
I haven't watched
this. I don't know why I haven't, because
Exactly. And it's it got good reviews. And people say, oh yeah, it tells a good story. I don't think I've ever seen a bad review. And when I see it at work or whatever, and I see it on TV or one at streaming things,
and it's a Western as well, and I like Westerns. So I don't know why I haven't seen this.
Well, speaking of Westerns,
this one I have seen, The Hateful Eight, which is
I've not seen.
Oh my goodness!
No, I've gone off him.
Mystery thriller. It's really good. Not my favorite Tarantino movie. That's still Jackie Brown. I did enjoy this one. Samuel Jackson's fantastic. Kurt Russell's absolutely brilliant in it as well. Walter Goggins is probably the best actor in. He's the best in this. Every scene he's in, incredible. But you've also got Tim Roth, Michael Madsen again, working with Tarantino, Jason Lee, and this one is So it's a stagecoach stops in a blizzard, and it's after the Civil War, but it's a really good mystery thriller. This not your usual Tarantino style movie, to be honest.
But again, this is still on my watch list. Well, to watch list.
Yeah. I prefer this to Django Unchained out of his.
I didn't bother with that. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't
That
bother
is
with
really
that
good,
one.
but I do like the Hateful Eight very, very much. The next one on the list is Creed, which is 30
Which
years
I
on
have seen.
from
Yeah, yeah.
Rocky 4. Now,
And I watched this
I
after
do
the
like
Rocky
this.
films. Yeah.
I do like this movie. I do. I think Michael B. Jordan's really good.
Mhm.
However, I do have a problem with it in
Cool.
that he's meant to be Apollo's son, right?
Yeah.
And he has memories of his dad. Yeah, like he does
Right.
reference
Yeah.
his father and talks about him as knowing him. His dad died 30 years ago. Right?
So was he even
Michael. So
alive?
how old would he have been? Like when his dad was alive? Because he
Is
can't
it
be.
no. But is it 30 years in the Rocky verse?
Yeah,
Words
they
you never used to say. So it'd be let's say
say.
30 years later.
Well, they don't say 30s, but they do mention that the year is 2015, which obviously
Oh
2016.
right, okay. Yeah.
So I don't understand how that works. Like as the son, I just don't because it's 30 years. So yeah.
To quote Michael York in Austin Powers, I suggest we don't think that far. What is it? We don't look too hard into it.
Because it starts, doesn't it? In like when he goes to prison.
Yeah.
And that's in the late 90s. So
okay, so he'd be a teenager then.
yeah. So I don't understand because he's not that because that would make him like a really old fighter in Creed.
And he's not, is he?
No, this is what I mean.
Like you're overthinking it.
If he's gone to
Honestly.
prison, he's at least 18 in America because you have to be 18.
Yes.
Like you can't go before that. So he's at least 18, which means he would have been born in 1980 at that point, which he would have been 6 when his dad died, which works out 15 years
Just
on
about.
from that. No, 17 years
31.
on from that. So he's 31.
He's about
right?
31. Yeah, I suppose
That
it's
makes him
possible.
quite old to be. But then he's 35 in 2015. He's born in 1980, so he's 35. So he's 35 years old.
Let's move on.
It makes him really old to be starting in boxing. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
To me, it just. But it is a really good
but
movie.
Remember though, it's been trained by one of the best. The end.
He is. Yeah.
There we go.
So
And
next is
again,
Ride
it's
Along
revenge
2.
for his dad.
Yeah.
Ride Along 2, I've not watched at all.
I've not watched
I
it.
tried to watch Ride Along 1 one night,
I
and
did
it
not.
was like, no, this is crap.
So let's move on. We don't want to talk about Ice Cube and Kevin Hart's buddy movie.
No, I have watched this next one though.
I haven't seen this one. This Dirty Grandpa, which is Robert De Niro and Zac Efron.
Yeah. It's not good. This is one of those which on what's it called? E4, one of those films.
Yeah.
And again, it's just Robert De Niro doing comedy, which always makes me cringe. It just not good. Not good.
No.
But Zac Efron's not a bad actor,
He's really good. He's really good.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're on the same page there. But yeah,
he's a very good comedic actor. Like he's a really good.
Oh no, I know. When did was it Baywatch? He did that.
Yeah, and Bad Neighbours. He's really funny.
Yeah, both of those are quite good.
I quite enjoy him as a comedic actor. Really, yeah, I think he's really good.
This is one of those. Just if you want to, this is one of those what I class as you're away for the night. You're in a hotel room. There's nothing to do. And yeah, you'll just flip through the channels and go, right, this is on. It's an easy watch. Just an easy, simple watch. Not a good film, but just, you might laugh a couple of times. And finally, is one that is on my watch list because people say this is
so
brilliant.
Good. This is my favourite movie of this month. Right?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It's The Big Short. So this is biographical comedy drama based on the 2008 collapse of the world banking crisis that happened. The one where America basically destroyed the entire planet's economy due to their over lending that they did. And this is about, so it's got 4 main characters in it with 3 different storylines, but they all overlap. So Christian Bale is one, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Like the main people in it, and they all connect through this main storyline. And the big short is Christian Bale sort of realizes that everything's going to go bust. Like, he's the person who realizes it, and he's like, Jesus, things are going to go bad. Then other people start taking bets on it and start hedging their bet. Like, not like, I'll put a $5 on it or something. No, like placing proper what are they called? Hedge funds, is it? Something like that?
Yeah.
And then they bet on the market collapsing, which nobody thinks is going to happen. But Christian Bale knows it's going to happen. It's really, really good. The performances are absolutely fantastic. From I think Brad Pitt's probably like the weakest of the 4 in this movie, which is saying something. But Steve Carell's really good. Ryan Gosling it really annoys me that he's a really good actor, because he's like a hot guy, and you're like, oh, why'd you have to be such a good actor? And Christian Bale is probably the best of the lot, to be honest, in that one. But it is just such a good movie. And the thing is, as well, is like, you can see from Christian Bale's point of view how this whole thing's happening, and you're like, how did no one stop this?
Yeah, no, it's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is fantastic, Paul. You've got to watch it. You really do. You know how it ends. The global economy goes to shit. So music, singles, Love Yourself, Justin Bieber. We spoke about that last month, didn't we?
I think so. It's not something that I'm up on at all. Next one.
Stitches, Shawn Mendes.
It rings a bell, the song title. A lot of these now you just hear on, bits on TikTok and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not something.
Albums, 25 plus, Adele.
Yeah, not bothered about Adele,
And then we have the final album, whilst alive, and it wasn't alive, was he? He released it after he died. David Bowie.
Yeah, which I remember this coming out, and I remember hearing Lazarus, and just this goes into our news as well with the death of Bowie on 10th of Jan.
On the 10th of January, David Bowie does in fact die of cancer at the age of 69. Short battle apparently as well.
Yeah, it's just honestly when oh Christ, seriously, when I heard that Lazarus, I was just in tears. It's like it's so emotional. It's a massive loss, that, because again with someone like Bowie, he changed his style so many times over 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, so over 6 decades, which sounds insane. It's mad.
This death was the first celebrity death that got me. And
I think it's because
there were multiple celebrity deaths that got me, but this was the first. I saw an interview recently with Gary Oldman, and apparently they were really good mates, as they both grew up South London, so they had lots in common. And he was saying that his death, everything's gone to shit in the world since he died. And
I know. It's hard to argue against that.
Yeah. And he was like, was he some sort of cosmic glue that held us all together? And you're like, oh my God, it has. Like, since Bowie's death in 2016, like, everything has gone to shit. And it's hard because I loved David Bowie, right? I loved his music, but I also loved the person that came through, and then you have like his acting as well. I really liked him as an actor.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's just it's a big loss, that one.
His son seems like a decent guy, Duncan Jones, as well.
Yes.
Yeah, tragic, absolutely tragic. Still hurts to this day.
Yeah, no, it's a big one.
So
Again, it's just because there's some songs of his that everyone likes, and because he covered so much, because like obviously I'd struggle to listen to any of the like 60s stuff apart from like say Starman, you know. But then like when you go through all the different eras of him, like when he came back, he did like the likes of like I say came back, he never really went away. But you know, like Hello Space Boy with Pet Shop Boys, I was like, God,
yeah,
this is amazing. I'm Afraid of Americans with Trent Reznor as well, and you're like going, Jesus, like he's gone through all this industrial metal sound, he's
but
gone through his glam sound.
let's not talk about Dancing in the Street with.
But as a kid, I loved that song. You
I
know,
hated
I
it.
really, really did.
But
You
I'd
know,
already
I
liked
loved it.
Bowie at that point, so and
Yeah.
Rolling Stones. So yeah, for me, I was like, this is not either of these guys. Yeah. So let's move on to television then. Sky Atlantic, we're talking about now. On the 6th of January, we have the 100 Code. Have you seen the 100 Code?
No, no. Is it just called the 100? Oh, is it called the 100 Code? Right. I
Oh,
remember one
just
called
100.
100. No, no, no.
So
Never
this
seen that.
stars Dominic Monaghan, same surname as you. You must be related.
Yeah, obviously. No, no. No. I've
So
never ever seen this.
yeah, so this is it's set mostly in Sweden,
I'm
and
just having
it's
a quick look at this. Because
so he's a detective who travels to Stockholm because there's a case of murders, which is very much like a case he's been looking at in New York. So he then goes over there to try and solve it. It's only one season. I think it got cancelled, but
yeah, no, I'm just having a quick look now.
it was actually I really enjoyed it. It was it was a decent
No,
crime drama.
I've definitely no. I
The weirdest
didn't.
thing is though, I spent a lot of time in Stockholm, so it was really weird watching it and seeing
Yeah.
places. I was like, oh my god, I know that. Yeah, so it was cool. On the 11th, we're on Channel 4. We have the TV series Crashing,
Nope,
which is
don't know
kind
that.
of like a British version of Friends.
Right, okay. No,
So you have these
I don't
20
know.
somethings living together in a property, in a disused hospital, and they're keeping the building safe in exchange for a cheaper rent and stuff. And it's just about their relationships and like how they all overlap and things like that, and yeah, sexual tension between them, that sort of stuff. It only went for
Okay.
one series, but it was good, it was fun.
No, that one that jumps
Crashing,
out.
if anyone wants to watch that. So let's move on to video games. Video games, we have
Yes.
loads.
Yeah, a few there.
So we got The Witness on PS4 and PC. This is that douchebag Jonathan Blow's second game after Braid, which is a really cool sort of Myst-like first-person adventure game with lots of puzzles and stuff in it. It's good.
I tried to get into it, I just couldn't. I played it for, a couple of hours and I was just like, no, it's not for me. You know.
As a puzzle fan, I loved it because I
Yeah.
like puzzles. So for me, I thought it was really good. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam on the Nintendo 3DS. This is when the Mario and Luigi series had really turned to shit.
No, that's just it. I didn't bother with a 3DS. And again, I'd gone off the Mario and Luigi games. I liked those first couple, but by
Bowser's
this
Inside
point,
Story is still my favorite of the series. The DS, the
on
second
DS,
one on
yeah.
DS.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore that. But after that game, they just got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. With you on that.
So next up, we have the Resident Evil 0 remaster on PS3, PS4, PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. The remaster of probably the worst of the mainline games.
Yeah, I've never really liked Zero. Like, I couldn't give a damn about Rebecca and Billy. Really, it just
I was
always seemed
really
shoehorned
excited
in.
about the game, though. Like, really excited.
Yeah, I mean,
And
obviously
then,
made a big deal because it was GameCube
yeah,
only at first, but nah.
yeah. Next up, Amplitude on the PS4, which was the one where Sony allowed Harmonix to use the license for the game, and did a Kickstarter to fund it. And it's a tube riding it's like Guitar Hero and stuff, but you are like pressing buttons. to get through it, listen it.
Yeah, no, I didn't play this. I'd gone
It's
off
really
games
cool.
like that by that
I
point.
had this and Frequency on the PS2, and then I backed this on Kickstarter to get it on PS4. So I was really hyped to play it. It doesn't have a lot of all the music from the PS2, but it does have like some new tracks and stuff, which is good. Hardware Rivals launched on the PS4, which was an online vehicle combat game. I never played
Didn't
it.
play it, but I'm sure it came with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I think you can't play it now anyway because
No, of course.
Assassin's Creed India came out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This is the best of the 3 games that came out that are 2D. So they're
I've
playing on the
never
side.
even seen this. I was totally unaware.
Yes, so there's 3. So there's China was the first one, which is okay. Then it was India and then Russia. But India is definitely my favorite of the 3. It's really, really cool. I played them as a trilogy on the Vita. And yeah, I found myself massively enjoying India. Like, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It had a lot of sort of Prince of Persia to it as well.
Yeah,
like
no, I've
2D
just
Prince of Persia. It's cool.
Yeah, nope, never seen this.
No, it's really cool. I really enjoyed that one. Okay, so let's move to the UK news. 15th of January, Tim Peake conducts the first spacewalk by an official British astronaut stepping outside on the ISS airlock, the International Space Station, not International Superstar Soccer.
No, I do remember this.
Remember
I mean, I'm not really one for space type stories, but it was obviously a big deal.
Yeah. The 28th of January, after 3 weeks of appeals, Camelot receive a valid claim for the record-breaking 33 million Lotto jackpot prize draw on the 9th of January. Imagine waiting 3 weeks to cash that.
I know. Oh God,
I'd have been on the
33
phone
million
straight away. Hey, give me my money.
I know. Money now.
I've got people to help.
Yeah.
29th of January, the last Land Rover Defender rolls off production line at Solihull, ending 68 years of production.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's still. I know Jonah, who does the mags. He absolutely loves his Land Rover. I don't know if that's like the Defender, but yeah, he swears by his Land Rover. You know, even though he says it costs a lot for upkeep. You know?
Oh yeah, it does.
But yeah, it's like one of those icons, though, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But no, there we go. 2016.
There we go.
We've kicked off.
That is the month of January. Done. 2016, 2006, 1996, and 1986. Next month, I can't promise games for 86 and 96, I'm afraid, because it's really hard to see if anything was released then. But 96 and 86 have so many great games, though. So there are going to be so many
films and music. Things.
Oh my God, we have some absolutely banging albums coming this year.
Yes. No, that's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure 2006 is fine and 2016 is fine, but 2016 actually, no. 2016 is like, other than the birth of my daughter, that year is just no.
I remember that though, because when we were doing Maximum Power Up, and obviously she was born, and Theo was born like the month or so after.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. Oh.
Mental.
Anyway,
thank you very much for joining me, Paul.
No worries. I do enjoy these ones. I know sometimes I've not a lot to add to some things, but yeah. We'll always have the X-Files.
Yeah. There'll be a regular... is it a regular next time? No, it's going to be an extra next time, and it's going to be on the Atari Jaguar. So look out for that one. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Who's going on it with you?
It's going to be
Tom, isn't it?
Tom and hopefully Richard.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 Jaguar experts and me who had a Jaguar to play one game or one game only. So
I wonder which one that was. And it wasn't Attack of the Mutant Penguins, spoiler.
It was Club Drive. I wanted to play Club Drive.
Hey, who wouldn't?
Yeah, who wouldn't? Cool. Anyway, thank you very much, guys.
Right. Okay.
Bye.